Apparently, Stream Beats hip hop means just big bass. Would you say that?
Yeah, it was. Is that
defines
hip-hop?
the genre currently. Yeah, that defines.
Or is
the
it
genre.
hip hop?
Yeah, high
It's
fop.
spelled.
It's high fop.
It's high fop.
It's high fop.
HIPHOP with no space in between.
No space in between.
High fop.
That is kind of interesting. I wonder if they were not allowed any more spaces, or if they just wanted to keep the Stream Beats part like together, all in
Could
one
be.
section. I'm not exactly sure. Baker, good to see you as well. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday evening, so that means it is. It got later tonight. We won't talk about why. But
I got over here earlier.
got over here earlier.
It started with the wardrobe change.
That's true. There was a wardrobe
I had a shirt
change.
all picked out. I was very excited about it, but I was wondering, is it going to be too green to go with the green screen? And the answer was yes.
The answer was yes.
Because as you can see, I'm wearing a Dr. Pepper shirt, which I do love Dr. Pepper.
That's true. That's
Thankfully,
your favorite
you have
soda,
extra
right?
shirts.
Favorite cola?
Yeah, I'd probably say with Dr. Pepper and Coke. They're right there.
Yeah, that's
So-
for me. It's back and forth. Depends on what you're having.
Yeah,
Depends on the day.
Depends on you have to even with with sodas.
Yeah.
you have to pair it with the.
That's
no,
true.
Not necessarily.
What am I putting my Pappy Van Winkle with?
Yeah, Dr. Pepper.
Dr.
Of course.
Pepper, of course.
Doctor and Pappy.
But it is a Thursday evening. It is around 5:30 Pacific or 8:30 Eastern-ish, within a half hour of that.
Yes.
So we are alive doing some podcast stuff. And if you are new, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we are About Beverages. Hi, Pocket. How are you? Good evening to you. Good evening to everyone. It has been a little bit again. We keep having these little breaks for either the Chicago Bears or trip things getting
Things happen. Yep.
I swear we may be consistent for a couple weeks. I feel we have a 2-week run in us. Maybe.
Yeah,
How you feeling about next week?
We'll be here next week.
Okay, I think we've got.
Actually, maybe do a little early pre-work or pre-show stuff that even the behind-the-scenes content won't be seen. It'll be really behind the scenes.
It'll be very
off
behind.
air.
It'll be off air behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
Yes.
I need to make one little tweak though while we're sitting here. Where is that? That's going to be
Tweak.
Tweak. Tweaks. Like a cup of amaretto French roast in the morning.
and decaf in the morning.
Yeah, amaretto French roast in the morning. I need to, let's see.
What are you
similar?
What
I'm
are
just
you making
just
happen here?
settle, just easy.
Oh, I just want to know.
That one.
This behind-the-scenes stuff.
Maybe there. No, that's too much. No.
Oh, I
no,
saw my hair.
Let's
My
go
head
back to
shimmer a
Let's
little
go
bit
right
there.
back to there. All
Okay.
right, we'll go right there. I think that's.
Do you have that filter that takes the gray out?
Just for Men filter?
Yeah, the Just for Men filter.
Just for Men filter.
And I'll just sit very still, even if you have to have it just colored in, and I just like kind of slide in behind it.
If you move too far,
Yeah.
you just see the whole thing just
The
still
brown,
stay there.
It's just there. It's like a Darth Vader helmet that I slip into.
You have a very
And
large
I'm-
birthmark also right down the middle of your nose.
Why is Keith not moving his head? Even when he drinks,
It only works if you flex. That's true. Someday someone will pick the flex. Someday it will happen.
I haven't seen
it is
Bree
good
in
to-
a while.
It's good to see
At
you,
least
Bree.
when we've been here, I'm sure.
We got to get on at the right time. She likes to go to bed a little earlier. She's
I
a very
understand.
busy lady. She's got a lot of things going on. I mean, the meals
Cooking
that she-
channel?
oh my gosh, I'm still waiting for the cooking channel. Still waiting for
Yes.
that. She has been
Food?
teasing streaming of cooking things for so long. You're off work tomorrow. There we go. That's
All
why
right.
she's here.
Okay.
We hit just the perfect blend of everything. And in doing so, we're going to start off with a beer
We are.
that I don't know. Does this actually tie into that movie directly? Do you think they were laying into that?
Not when I read. I would hope so, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
Evil Dead Red.
Evil Dead Red. Let me find the button here. There it is.
What's the game you play? It's the Red Dead.
Well, there's Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking, obviously, of Evil Dead,
of
Evil Dead
course.
2, and Army of Darkness, all those things.
Yeah, that's why when I first read that, I thought, Red READ that. I thought, that's good. I like that. And then I read that this is a beer they brew for the Halloween season.
Perfect. And that's why I have Jack Skellington
That's
on.
right.
So we tied in all those things.
And no pumpkin beers tonight, though. I didn't see it in actually, I haven't seen as many. And I have looked somewhat.
I looked a couple weeks ago because I thought, is there one more that we can add to our show? And I did not find one
Maybe next
either.
week there'll be something I'll find. But yeah, I didn't see anything that. So I was glad then when this had that tie-in, the seasonal sort of tie-in. I thought, yep. In fact, I sent you that picture on Monday, and you said we should podcast on that, and I said yes, we should.
Yeah, we got to talk about this one. If I didn't work 60 hours a week, I'd have more energy.
Of course.
Yeah. Is that what we're going to blame it on now? Is that what we're going to blame it? So yeah, immediately, obviously thinking about Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2, went through. I was initially going to grab little video things, and then I remembered that I literally had clips from Army of Darkness and Evil Dead from like 15 years ago on one of my very first PCs. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Will we be hearing any of those?
Well, I have a few right here. I did grab a few that I thought were they're still out of context unless you've probably seen the movie. It probably doesn't mean anything.
Well, at least one person in chat we know has seen the movies.
Okay, at least one person.
At
there
least
we go.
one. We know she has seen it.
That and this weekend I'm booked with Cuddles. Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, your special someone's coming out again this weekend. That's awesome. Will there be any delicious meals?
Booked with Cuddles.
Booked with Cuddles.
Like
that actually would be a good name for a band, like some sort of
Booked-
R&B.
Booked with Cuddles.
some soulful band. It's Booked with Cuddles. Now appearing live on the main stage.
So yeah.
But yeah, no, we've got. Where do I want to start? Well, you got to start with the basic.
Groovy.
Just have that. Like you just that's just
groovy.
I mean, that's just Bruce Campbell right there. Just everyone knows that. I
had that one with the Spruce Campbell. Remember I had that one stout that time?
Oh yeah, the Spruce Campbell. That was a good one. That was pretty funny.
Groovy.
Let's see. What else should we go with here?
Are all men from the future loud-mouthed braggarts?
Nope. Just me, baby. Just me.
So that's hilarious. Making some food Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow I told him to bring me a Happy Meal and tacos. Let's see if he delivers.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
I like that. Cheers to that. So Alesmith, Evil Dead Red. Halloween beer.
Hoppy red ale.
Aroma is actually really nice. Very piney.
Nice.
That is actually a really great aroma. Piney. You get the maltiness in there. Ooh, that is
Yeah, you definitely
good.
get the hops though. That's
quite.
That's the delivers on that.
Yeah, that's the combo I usually don't get.
Yeah, I know.
The
Usually
hops
when
in the
it's
red because it's usually like a red ale, and you're like, oh, it's okay, it's fine.
Yeah. Did they actually make it extra hoppy?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
They went with the Budweiser thing where they put one hop per barrel and they dipped it in and took it out immediately. Don't want to go too far. But yeah. Transcendent Fox, good to see you. It's the Beverage Bros. Do not mistake them for the Blues Brothers, although the Blues Brothers also a good movie.
We are so mad.
That one grew on me. I did not like it when I was younger.
Totally. I remember talking to you about it probably 10, 12 years ago because somebody gave me a copy of it. I watched half of it. I said, I don't get it. And you're like, well, it's a musical. You have to this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And then around Thanksgiving, actually, 4 or 5 years ago, it was on a Saturday. And I watched it. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then like the next year it was on again. It was like a Thanksgiving movie for me. Now I'm Saturdays. I'm like, Thanksgiving. I'm like, where's the Blues Brothers? Yeah. It's not here.
It's a Thanksgiving movie. That beer looks really good. It smells really good. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah,
I'm going to see if I can throw one more on before. I'm trying to think of which one. All of these are weirdly out of context. Like I said, I don't know.
But it ties in with Evil Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't touch that, please. Your primitive intellect wouldn't understand alloys and compositions and things with molecular structures.
Because he's talking all these, because he got transferred back in time. I don't know if anyone's seen Army of Darkness, but he got like transported back in time through this portal.
Yes.
It does tie into Evil Dead 2 specifically.
Evil
and
Dead 2, right.
and then like, so he's like working with these basically like, it's like almost like Game of Thrones, that level of stuff. So then it's like he's like a god to him because like he has a shotgun. Everyone's like, what is this? He's
a
like,
station wagon.
Yeah, because I didn't bring that clip up, but he's like, it's my boomstick. Like, like, it's just like, yeah, like so if you've seen it, it's funny. If it's not, oh, this is new. It is new. Candy, how's it going? Good to see you. Good evening, Guardian Down. Hello to everybody here in chat. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a train going by.
I will turn that off.
There's a train on the way.
That's my text alert.
Groovy.
Yeah.
This is one of those ones where I'm almost enjoying the aroma too much that I'm frightened to taste it because I think it's not going to live up to what I'm hoping for. So I'm a little scared. Alesmith usually pretty good. I like their stouts.
No, usually.
So
Yeah.
we'll see. Found the spooky hole. It's by Ikora to the left of her down a hallway. Okay, I will look for it again tomorrow then because I'll make a video because I did make a video about what you talked about. Learning that there's candy in the tree for all the new people playing Destiny, but yeah, I did not find the the special scary hole. It's not as dirty as it sounds.
Okay, like Chris Collinsworth.
Mm-hmm. I wish I had that clip.
Take a second one, because I was about to tell you. Yeah, you'd be disappointed. At least I was a little disappointed on the first sip. And for me, it's actually. I wish I had more body. To me, that should be thicker. Not thick, but more. There should be more
THI triple C, or what are we going for?
It's just more. There should be more body to it. It's actually a little too thin for all the aromas. You know, for all the aroma that's in there, for the malt, for the hop. There should be something for all those. For the flavor to be on, but.
Dang, now I need a drink so I can feel fancy. You should drink to feel fancy. You don't have to drink alcohol, though. I had someone actually ask this week, I think it was Frosty in chat, because I've been talking a lot more about, obviously, the podcast stuff we do and other things. I was just like, he was like, well, do you do non-alcoholic stuff? He's like, well, not necessarily non-alcoholic things, but it's like water. So I was like, we do all those things too. I said, there is a bigger focus on beers and wines and all that kind of stuff. I said, but we do lots of those things. And I think I even sent him a couple links then too, because I was like, yeah, I'm like, we've done. Yep. So we have done a non-alcoholic spirit. We hated it. Terrible. There could be other good. Had one other.
We should try. Yeah.
There's one other one in one of my TikToks again, where this guy who's a really good, it's a different bartender, but and he does all these drinks. And he talked about a cocktail for people that want one but don't drink alcohol. And he used a different non-alcoholic spirit.
Yeah, I've seen.
And I thought, well, maybe this in a drink. And he talked about it like fairly highly. I was like, okay,
maybe we'll try it.
I have a mango apple angry orchard, or was it peach? Or was it peach?
The people we just visited in Vegas, that'd be right up his alley.
That's how we know she's maybe had a few. She's like, what did I just drink? Was it mango? Was it peach? Was it pear? I don't know.
I can't remember.
You're here for the food reviews? I mean, I'm happy to talk food too. I don't think we've had anything interesting this week other than some Costco like stuff that they always have that's already like done, like already completed. And not like frozen. They actually, they make stuff with all the rotisserie chickens in the back.
Oh yeah,
we get those things.
Yeah, kitchen-y bakery area back there.
Yeah, there's two dishes we like, and we usually get. There's an enchilada one that they do that's really good. It's got like black beans and everything in it, and then there's another one too that's just like it's like a bigger kind of shell pasta, and then it's chicken and everything else, and then we usually doctor it up with some other spices and things like that. But those are usually pretty good. Have Brie as a special guest for that? Oh, I would 100% love to do that. That would be fantastic. Peach mango. No, I had my fiance grab me one from the fridge. I love these. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. She's like, I can't move. Bring me a peach mango.
I'm watching About Beverages. Will you give me an Angry Orchard, please?
Give me a cider. Give me a sandwich and give me a douchebag. And there's nothing I cannot do.
That's right. Give me a sandwich and a douchebag.
You used to say of your family sandwich and of yours douchebag.
The Earl of Sandwich and the Earl of Douchebag.
Yeah. A mango daiquiri sounds good right now. Mango daiquiri.
Debo's here.
I've learned a little more about what daiquiris are like. And Debo, good to see you.
So there's more. So it's more possibility of food talk.
Like you turds, he's nice to me. What did I do? I was making sure your mobility was not in question. That's right. All I'm saying.
That's right. And appreciating your dedication to watching. So
that too. That 100%. But Debo, good to see you. Good to see everybody here. All right, I've given it another sip. I like it. There's a little fruit there, like almost apple, like caramel apple kind of in the middle. Little bitter hop finish at the end, a little pine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe a little bit more body, but I don't know. I think they actually struck a good balance.
The flavor's all at the back, though. There's not a lot.
You're
like
at the back.
The initially, but no, I like it. It's not as good as the taste isn't as good as the aroma, though.
I would agree.
I think that's one of those things.
But it made it for me about 80% of the way there on that close. Second sip.
Yeah, it gets there.
The first sip was about 50%, and I was really sad. And then it made it up to about the 80%.
And that's what, when you were talking and I'd already had my first sip, I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
And
he knows.
It's going to be in the, and then I had that second sip and I was like, all right, we got possibility here.
In my defense, my leg is still bruised from June. Well, then it's good that he's taking care of you like that then, as it should be. These glasses, I was not ready for the height of that.
They are bigger. We're using the glasses
I should hold it there. I love them though. Like
that my son got us for Christmas. And but yes, they are definitely big. So the proprioception is not. We have to adjust to that.
We have to adjust just a little bit.
Yes.
Sure, I could have stayed in the past. Could have even been king. But in my own way, I am king. Hail to the king, baby.
Sounds like Elvis Presley there.
A little bit.
Hail to the king, baby. I wonder if he was doing that on purpose.
He's been doing like a talk show circuit thing lately. I don't think he has another book out or whatever, but like he wrote a book at some point and he's been in some other movies and things. But he was talking about like how, because like the reason Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 are the way they are is they had written like a sequel, and then it was Universal said no one will know that other movie, so you can't reference that other, like, so that's why it's like it kind of weirdly ties into it, but it doesn't. You know
2
what
and
I mean?
3, you mean?
1 and 2.
Oh, 1 and 2. Oh, okay.
Well, because like 2 almost like overwrites some of stuff that 1 did.
It is kind of
it's very weird.
Yeah. Okay.
So he actually was. He's like, listen to me. He's like, if you guys ever watch those again, he's like, here's how you watch them. He's like, and then it makes complete sense. And he would like have this whole thing. He was like, you watch. I think it was like you watch the first one up to a certain point, and he's like, then you stop, and then you just start the second one. And he's like, and then it seems like all like it was very fun. Like people, I was trying to remember what he was talking about, but like, yeah, I think it's like you watch the first one. I think you watch the first one up until he gets possessed or something like that, and then you start the second one when he like wakes up in the swamp and then he goes back into the cabin. I think if you do those together, something he had something like when those two things happen, when he flies into the tree and then he comes up and he looks like the demon. And he gets. I gotta watch those again. I don't know. Watch them forever.
We saw the second one like twice in the theater when it came out, which is right about this time. But 35 years ago.
I'll swallow your soul.
Oh my God,
this is
such
a great
good
movie.
Stuff. Yeah, groovy.
But we're still not drinking any Merlot. There we go. See,
no Merlot.
No Merlot here. Just yeah. I know this is good. I actually recommend this. I don't know how much it was though. That might change my recommendation. I would pay up to $4 for this.
It was under $4.
Perfect.
It was I tried lately. I've been. I don't want to.
Here it comes.
Be $2 conscious, but at the same time, we especially like the Tombstone beer. I don't know if you want to know what that is. Do you want to know later? Or do you want to know now?
Oh, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
They want to drink Merlot.
There we go. Baker, thank you for that.
I am not drinking any fucking Merlot.
Okay, relax, Miles.
So good.
Jesus, no Merlot.
It's one of the few movies I saw twice in the theater. Have there been any other ones that stand out that you've seen twice in the theater?
Gosh, I didn't.
I saw Terminator 2 in the theater 4 times.
Okay.
But that was like, high school kind of times where it was like,
right.
Early high school where it was like,
I don't
that's
know
what you
movies
did.
I'm sure that some would spring to mind eventually, but nothing at
Arthur?
the moment. No.
You had to go see that one multiple times, right?
Yeah, I had to see it twice, but I don't think I saw it in the theater twice. It's probably a rental the second time.
I'm trying to think of what other. I know there's been other things that I have definitely seen in the theater twice.
What ones would we have seen in the theater?
Oh,
twice?
I actually just recently I saw the Batman.
Oh,
I saw
Batman,
that. I saw that in the theater twice. Yeah. That was within a week. Oh, I saw the Star Wars, like the Last Jedi. I saw that twice. Did not see the Return of Skywalker. I did not see that more than once. I still have not. We own it out there. I've not watched it again. I saw Deadpool 2 twice.
In the theater?
Maybe the first Deadpool. I may have seen that. I may have seen Deadpool 1 twice. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I'm not against seeing a movie a second. Like if it feels like a good movie experience, or you just just want to see it. So maybe there's something about Mary. I may have seen that twice in the theater. I did because I had to. I did see Blair Witch Project in the theater twice. Because the very first time we saw Blair Witch Project, we got there late. It was me and my wife. She wasn't my wife at the time, but me and my wife and my friend. We all went, and we got there late, so we literally had to sit in the front row for that steady, like that Cam movie. It was literally that. I think I watched the whole thing, but I made it through about half, and then I did have to like close my eyes just because like I was getting like almost like seasick, like woozy or something like that. And I think I walked out at some point and came back, and I almost like I think I missed part of the ending or some of the context of some of that. So then the next day we went, bought regular, and saw it. And I still think that's a pretty good, especially because it's the first of that genre. I think is a good. And I hate when people say genre. Have you ever heard people say that? They don't say genre, or they'll say genre, which I think is weird too.
It's closer than
but like it's a soft G. Yeah, it's a soft G.
Genre.
It's not like the hard G of GIF.
Or
it's
GIF.
not GIF. It's not.
It's GIF or GIF.
It's GIF.
I've heard it's either.
It's GIF.
It's GIF. Okay. All right.
It's graphical interface something. I don't know.
Good.
Something like that. Also had to watch the third trilogy of Star Wars twice. Oh, I probably saw definitely saw the first two of those Star Wars, those new ones. I saw both of those in the theater twice for sure. The last one I only saw once though. But that one, like the ending of that is kind of like some of that's kind of cool. Like it's visually kind of neat, but it's just the story is just so bad. J.J. Abrams is honestly actually not a really great, I think, storyteller. I think he tells very generic stories, but they're very flashy and look kind of cool. He's better than Michael Bay, but he's kind of in that kind of genre. I feel like Michael Bay, it's always like, oh my God, this looks great. And I was like, this story is terrible. It's collapsing under the weight of its stupidity.
There's no content.
And this is a man who's seen Armageddon several times. It's like, I keep thinking it's going to get better.
I saw that in the theater, but only once.
Okay.
I can't even think. I think probably after a certain point, probably because I'm not maybe the video file that others might be, that once I've seen
you can get
it
arrested
once,
for that.
then I
video file.
Yeah, video file. Yeah. That I once I've seen it in the theater once. Okay, I've had that experience, then I don't need to see it. But back in the day, especially back then, Pocket and I were going to see it movies a lot, and that one was just hilarious too. So.
Remember we saw Darkman in the theater, 3 of us.
I do remember. Yeah,
that was super cool.
Yeah, Liam.
That was
Neeson
great. Liam Neeson earlier. That movie actually holds up. Also, see it. Most Sam Raimi's do because they're real good movies. Like,
well, because Evil Dead 2 is Sam Raimi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're speaking Sam Raimi movies.
yeah, Spider-Man.
Okay.
The
I've
first
never seen any of those.
Wow, really?
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Oh, okay. None of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies?
No.
Those are all Sam Raimi. The first 2 were excellent. Third one,
Yeah,
It
no, I haven't seen
became the same thing where, and it's interesting too, like finally when directors either are good enough or they can get far enough away from things that then they can actually talk about like how stuff happened. And that movie like had 2 characters in it, and then they're like, you need to put Venom in this. Like they're like, you need to put this third thing in. And it was like, there's too much. Like I can't like, and that's how that movie feels, is like there's just like too many villains and too much stuff. Like one villain, stop at 1, 2 tops.
And a tall glass of Dr. Pepper.
Oh my God, I'm eating some chicken strips, not like that, guys, with some barbecue sauce. Are you actually having a Dr. Pepper? Because I love that tie-in right there. That's fantastic. I hope you're having a Dr. Pepper. That sounds
Hoppy
fantastic.
American Red Ale. Yeah, no,
I like this. I would honestly probably actually seek one of these out before they hopefully go away. Where did you get this at? Tap
Tap bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. This was canned at the end of August, like August 25th, I think.
Okay.
Is the date on that? And
check.
3. It was in the 3 something, because that's what I'm saying. I
How
tried to
much?
balance out my 363.
About what?
What?
About how much?
About 350.
There we go. There we go.
About 350.
Each Halloween, we release this special concoction to celebrate one of our favorite holidays. Deep blood red and color. Oh, wait. We didn't even talk about it. Keith, what is the ABV of this beer?
Is it in the 8s?
No.
No. Okay, I can't remember.
6.66.
Are you oh, really?
That's what it said on the
Wow.
website. I have
Wow.
not. I was trying to look on the can here to see if they said it again.
Let me see.
Abundance of American
Story's
hops balances the sweetness and rich bready flavors of this beer's caramel malts. Result is a fiendishly smooth brew that will make your taste buds scream with delight. This beer pairs well with your favorite horror flick. I would agree. I think this is actually is really good. Yep, it actually does on there. 6.6. It's hard to read with the red and the black, but I did see it on the website, and I was like, that is pretty good. But that doesn't mean it. 6.6, but that doesn't mean anything. You laughed when you saw the shirt and you're actually having a Dr. Pepper. I love it, Devo. That's awesome. Glad you're here. That is absolutely fantastic. Are those homemade chicken strips or did you buy them somewhere? Did you ever wind up getting the Wendy's breakfast that we talked about the other morning? We were having a discussion that what is the best fast food breakfast? And a lot of people have actually said that Wendy's, like hands down, like is very, very good.
$3.25.
Oh, damn.
So
this beer is getting better by the moment.
Better by the moment. Yeah, well, I try to balance some of those expensive, that we do buy. And
I cut you off. Yeah, go back to that conversation.
Then get into at least some 3s, which is funny because the one podcast that we saw, we were like, this is $3.
This thing was $3.75.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh no. And now I'm like, well, I'd like to get some inexpensive $3 beers. What?
I know. It's a little bit elitist, I suppose.
Yeah.
But no, I'm the same way.
fortunate.
Like I'll initially, you're in the middle of planning an event. I like I said, when I go to when I went, it's probably 2 or 3 weeks ago now. I went out and actually I was at Tap and Bottle, and then I went to Caps and Corks, and I was kind of just seeing like what everything had. And when I was at Caps and Corks, it was kind of the same thing where I'm like, oh, like, and I'll grab like 2 or 3, and it's like after I've grabbed 2 or 3, that's when my brain kicks in and go like, is there some other ones that are like, I'm like, can I find? Is there Modern Times here that might be like whatever, or because I'll get toward the end and also be like, I should grab. Oh, that Trekker's almost $7. I don't know if I need that. Do I need that one? Although I was deeply in search, and I'm honestly so glad you brought over an Imperial Stout, which is one of the final beers we're having. And I haven't even mentioned it, which is absolutely terrible. Where's the button? Hold on. Gotta go back farther. These are all the wonderful things we're having tonight. So obviously there's the Alesmith, which we just had. We have a bourbon barrel aged Cabernet, which should be super good. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And then the Tombstone Brewing Boothill Black Imperial Stout with coffee.
With coffee.
So glad you found that one, because when I went looking a few weeks ago, I literally had that in my mind. I was like, I want to get some stouts, some heavier things. It's getting into that time.
And you mentioned Tombstone specifically, actually.
And I couldn't find, no one had, like, it was literally either things I was like, I've had that one. It's okay. Like, I just could not find my favorites, which are usually the Tombstone. They have an Imperial Stout with coffee, which is excellent. They have an Imperial Milk Stout, which is fantastic. Tombstone is also now available in Phoenix, which I didn't even know, which is fairly recent. I don't know.
No, they actually, I think they have a facility.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it goes back at least a year.
Which is great. So if you're in the Phoenix area or something like that, Bree, if you ever go back up to Phoenix again, there you go. You've got some options. But yeah, that's, I like their stuff a lot. I was looking for that. I always ask now when I go and I'm like, hey, did I miss it? Is there anything from Adroit? I know, we keep going through that list,
right?
Which is something I think I have had people also ask for on the channel. One of the things that gets the clicks on the YouTube are the videos that are like best beers under $5. Like when you do those kind of list things. So we wouldn't necessarily have to taste everything.
No,
but if we wanted, but if
come
we
together with a list,
if we had one or two, like if we were like, oh, hey, we found this one. Oh, that ties into, hey, what are some of the other ones that we really like? We could be drinking that one while we talk about 3 or 4 of our other ones. That might be something we might do for some content at some point. It could be wine as well. Like I know we've talked about still that we want to do the many layers of the Zinfandel.
Yeah, no,
podcast
I think that should
thing.
Definitely happen. Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
The Zinfandel should happen, I think.
I think so. Yeah. Maybe within the next few weeks, we get that one kind of knocked out so that there's time for that to hang out. But anyway, like I said, that is definitely something people have asked about. But yeah, I definitely have breweries that I ask about when I go in there. Like I said, Adroit is one of them. Tombstone, Pueblo Vita, which actually that's usually not. Caps and Corks always seems to have a ton of Pueblo Vita stuff, which is nice. What's that? Moonraker. Yeah, that's another one too. Like excellent stuff. But yeah, I was specifically going in looking for stouts and just, I don't know. Like I was just,
I had one of their kettle sours I had bought. I'd had it already. It's their like blueberry lemon one. And I bought one of those. Yeah, it was good. It is good. I'd had it already. I'd had it sitting in the fridge for a while and brought that out a couple days ago.
Was that a pocket? Yes or no? Probably a no.
It's a yes, but not as yes as Tiny S's is a yes. Tiny S's
it's a yes, and then Tiny S's is yes.
If we're going on the yes scale. If we're going on a yes scale. That's not her. She doesn't do that. That's not an impression of pocket. That's just basically.
She literally like leaps over a chair and like
maybe
comes flying into the kitchen.
No, but it's funny because she's like, yeah, it's good. She's like, but it's not the Tiny S's.
So is that now the new scale?
That is the standard.
Wow, that is a tough standard though.
Yes.
It's also an expensive standard, right? Or is that one not too bad?
It's 5 for 12 ounces. So yeah, it's
for 12 ounces you say.
That's about on the Drecker,
on the
Drecker scale. So yeah.
HJ, how's it going? Good to see you. That's a clip. That's a clip right there. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I'll hit it. We'll find out. I'll go back through and look. But yeah, like I said, I've been looking for stuff and just was not able to find things like that. So hopefully this is the start of things to come. Tiny S's is great. It is. Did I have one of those? We had one of those, right? Didn't you?
I don't think I have brought one over.
Didn't you sneak one out of the house for us to have? No.
We were supposed to say that. No.
We were live at the time.
I did not. I don't think we did a Tiny S's.
Oh, okay.
I did that. We did the spicy pickle monster.
I know. Yeah, we did that one.
I don't think we had the. I don't think we did.
For.
Maybe we did. I don't know. We'll have to go back and look, but I don't know if we did.
Huh.
See, and then she makes it a beer slush. So get it, pour it into a cup, put it in the freezer.
Oh,
and then
okay. I feel better now.
No, it doesn't add anything to it.
There was about to be ice involved, and I was
no,
my God.
No, creating the ice from the beer itself.
Okay, that's all right.
And that actually is very delicious.
It's probably pretty good.
It's a very delicious beer delivery system to turn it into a slushy. Goodness, but. Especially works with that. Yeah.
So actually, HJ being here completely reminded me of, so last weekend when we did our beer brewing, which was awesome as always, and went very well for us not having done it in over a year.
I know, that's good. I'm glad you guys are back.
We've got it down pat. It's just all there. We're just a well-oiled machine.
Glad to hear that.
Thankfully, none of that oil gets into the tank. Although we did have to avoid rain a few times though, because it was raining last week. It was like on and off. Thankfully, the flame, we were done using fire at the time, and then it started pouring for about 15 minutes. But it was kind of like the old man in Caddyshack. All of a sudden, he was just like shaking his fist at the air. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, we had several beers. One of them was from Southern Tier Brewing, which we have talked about.
Okay.
And had the Pumpkin, which we absolutely think is fantastic.
Really? No. Okay.
Go to the website.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Go to YouTube.
No, I thought you said the Southern Tier one you had was good.
The one we did have was good, but then I said,
then you
Pumpkin fan.
okay, yeah, no, we're not a Pumpkin fan.
No, we are not at all.
But the one you guys had was good.
It actually was pretty good. It was aged to perfection, had a little age on it, but you could not tell in the taste, other than I think it had lost some of the high notes. But it was a chocolate orange, which I know,
right?
That's probably not going to be your thing.
Chocolate and orange,
but this
one
one you would have actually
favorite.
liked because the orange was like literally a George Michael Careless Whisper.
Okay,
it was. It was more dark chocolate, milk chocolate, little vanilla in the aroma and the taste. Like in the taste, you got some sort of like, there's maybe a fruit in there or something. So I'm sure at some point it had more orange in it, which I would have been okay with because it was a little empty on that. But it was actually pretty good. We reviewed. It's on Untapped if you follow us on there. If you ever want to see the stuff we have on Untapped, you can click on that link, which is actually on the website, which is mildly updated,
which is brand
right
new.
Now, which is kind of brand new. There's a nice coat of paint on it. We're still fixing a few little things here and there, but it has come out pretty awesome. So go check that out if you want. ! Website command. But yeah, that one was really good. I was lucky enough that I think it was because it was a few beers in. Jay brought out a Tart of Darkness. I don't know what I had to do to deserve that one from the brewery, but it happened, which is always fantastic.
Was that from cellar number 7? I know there's a.
What? We actually had to move the couch.
Yeah.
There was a trap door.
Austin Powers and go down the stairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's a very detailed spreadsheet.
It's a very detailed
treasure maps and things.
Yeah, exactly.
Clues you have to answer.
He takes off his shoe, pulls out a map.
Yeah. Well, this is a map to find the map. And then,
a map to find the map.
And then there's a few questions you have to answer. Oh yes.
But yeah, that one was really good. And then there was I brought over a Street Side Brewery. It was their Be a Lot Cooler If You Did.
I saw that. I've seen that. I didn't buy it myself.
It's excellent.
Okay. All right.
It's excellent. It was
Is that a
literally
reference
it was
to
literally
something that I don't know?
Have you seen Dazed and Confused?
No.
Matthew McConaughey and,
I haven't seen it.
And all that stuff.
That's the all right.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen it though.
It's a good-ish movie if you're looking for some sort of like, it's a throwback to the like that.
Yeah.
Of that era or whatever. But anyway, that's what it's from.
Okay.
Because he says something, I think he says, you got any beer? You got any beer on you? And he's like, no, man. He's like, well, you'd be a lot cooler if you did. It's either beer or weed. I can't remember which. It's one or the other.
Remember the Simpsons episode with the Montgomery Burns first annual award for the achievement, the outstanding for achievement in the field of excellence or something. There was La Cumbre has a beer with that title. It's got a little trophy on it. Yeah, for outstanding achievement in the field of excellence.
Oh my God, I love La Cumbre. See, La Cumbre is another one too. Like that is always.
It was good.
Stop it. It was delicious.
No, I've had better from them, but it wasn't bad. But it was I've had
Hazy Dreams from Abnormal Beer Company. Have you had that one?
I think I have had that.
That one
Abnormal.
was excellent.
They're good.
Yeah, Abnormal is another one that's really good. Thank you for saying so, Baker. I appreciate it. It was from the deep storage. The deep storage. We actually had a fishing line. There was a fishing pole. So I wrote for the chocolate orange one. Lots of chocolate, light vanilla notes in the aroma. Flavor adds dark chocolate, cocoa powder, and light citrus because it was almost kind of like bitter at the back. Finishes smooth with some bitterness. Would love to try this fresh off the line.
Okay.
Yeah, the Be a Lot Cooler
because
if you
we
did.
don't like their pumpkin, it doesn't mean we don't like other things.
And that's what I said. Like, I actually can like other things. That just beer is weirdly overrated. It's not like Two Hearted Ale kind of overrated. Like, that beer is actually good.
Yeah,
in
I would drink
quality.
that.
It's just not as good as other things that they get rated as highly for.
Right.
Be a Lot Cooler if you, so it was a fruited Berliner Weiss. It was an Imperial Berliner Weiss. So an Imperial Berliner Weiss, how high is the alcohol in that?
Imperial Berliner Weiss is probably only like 6 or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Cherry, hint of vanilla. Flavor brings it all to the table. Tart cherry, cinnamon, and vanilla. Might be great. This is why all this tied back into my brain. See how my brain works here. Might be great in a float with a scoop of ice cream. So,
hey,
Thinking of slush ice cream.
There we
Like, also
go.
I was like,
All
oh,
right. So that
see,
would be, yeah.
that's what made me think of all
So that
this.
could be a good slushy beer then.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But the one I brought over was multiple ectogasms from Drecker Brewing Company.
Oh, I've seen that one out there too.
That was also good.
Okay. Did it give you multiples?
Shocking. Yeah, it did.
All
It
right.
gave me multiple ectogasms, 100%. Yeah, I would definitely buy another. Like, that is just, yeah, it's those.
Celebrate the season and, of course, Evil Dead. Anytime we can
Yes.
reference Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, 100%. Anytime you can celebrate Bruce Campbell and with things such as.
Groovy.
Yeah, right there.
Groovy.
Yeah, groovy. What else did I. Oh, wait.
Farewell to Arms.
What
That's
else
from the
did-
second one, though.
Oh, yeah, that was excellent. He covers up his hand with a book.
He called a Farewell,
Farewell to Arms,
Yeah.
which is Ernest Hemingway, right?
I
Isn't
think
that a Farewell
one
to
of
Arms?
those.
Yeah.
Are all men from the future
Gotta do another one.
loud-mouthed braggarts?
Nope. Just me, baby. Just me.
Exactly. I don't even know. Did I hit this one before?
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
Had to do it. Drink responsibly. Exorcist like a king, baby. There you go. 100%. Well, that one is, yeah, I think that was actually a success. Like, not only for the price, but actually just, but yeah, you needed that second sip. It's so funny. The first sip was like, I don't know what it was. It was almost like my tongue it had nothing to grab onto.
I almost think it was the bar was set high by the aroma.
Could be.
And then you had to recalibrate.
You needed the bar drop down so it
Bar
could be
drop
raised
down.
back
Right.
up again.
That's right. Yeah.
Dear Lord. It is kind of also cider season though too. I've been looking to try and find some ciders too because
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, for some reason autumn always feels like stouts and ciders and stuff.
When you think of apples, things
Yeah.
like that. So yeah.
But yeah, it's so easy to find IPAs. I think that's why like I almost like force myself to find other things because it's like it's so
So
easy
that's
to
why
go.
when I saw this, I was like, well, at least it's hoppy, but it's a red.
Yeah.
And it's seasonal. So
What was that? We did an imperial. Was it the tongue buckler or something like that?
yeah, several years ago.
Yeah, like as in like 10 probably.
Probably
at some point.
Probably
at this
about
time.
now. Yeah.
Time is a construct I'm not familiar with anymore. But yeah, it was like a tongue buckler. Who was that from?
That was Ballast Point.
Oh, that was Ballast Point, was it? But it was an imperial red, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
in
like
a
8.5
bottle.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was also pretty good. I remember.
Back in the day.
Which is always a Wednesday. I don't know if you know that. Anytime
Wednesday?
someone says back in the day, it's a Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. Would you mind shifting gears before we get to the stout and maybe doing like a wine?
I think we should do the wine, yeah, because I think the beer, at least from the description, it's going to be what we want to finish with because it's heavy and it's desserty. And so, yes, I think wine should be our main course. We've had the entree,
The entree of the red ale.
or we've had the appetizer. Now we're going to go for the entree.
Appetizer to make us more thirsty? Okay.
Yeah.
It is. Oops, wait. Let's take this off the screen. Let's get that out of here. Goodbye, Mr. Evil Dead Red.
That was good.
Thank you very much. That was good.
timing.
That was. It was appropriate timing. All right. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to go grab some wine glasses and a corkscrew probably. I think that one needs a cork. Going for more Just Desserts. Grabs coat. Debo, unless you're grabbing your coat to get more ice cream to bring it to us, you don't need to go anywhere. But we're going to go somewhere. But we'll be right back.
Be right back. Hopkins is in the red zone again.
It's also in the red zone. This bottle of wine we're about to have.
It is in the red zone. And finally, temperature-wise, we are in the I can drink a red zone.
We've been there for a little bit.
Yeah, we have been. Especially, well, in this room.
Whenever you walk into this room, you're like, I
Yeah.
could have some red wine.
Yeah, no,
now.
I could.
I could have some.
And actually,
red wine.
for the first time Trader Joe's, well, that I can remember, we had one of our Grand Reserve, which is the black label, the $12.99. It was an Argentinian Malbec, single vineyard. And I bought a bottle of that last week. And usually Malbecs to me have a little more, like they have body and they have some fruit. This one was a little thinner and it was drier, and I liked it better the second day, but I liked it. It was different. I just needed to.
Oh, you liked
Yes.
it in an Andrew kind of way. I liked
like-
it because
yes.
it was different.
Well, but I don't know. But once again, I haven't had a ton. My Malbec reference is Alamos, and usually Alamos to me is that like fruit with a lot of with more body to it. And this was
Okay.
on the thinner side. But when I was talking with Fitz, which is good to have him be working with him again, he was saying, yeah, he's like, there was a lot of spiciness going, a lot of this and that, and so. But he said, yes, it was. It was definitely different than a lot of the Malbecs you find out there. So,
Okay.
but it was good.
But
I
liked it,
it.
though.
Yes, good.
Groovy.
Yeah.
It was. It was
Use that for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, you should.
Groovy. Yeah, can never have too much Bruce Campbell. Glad he's still around. He's still alive and kicking.
Oh,
I don't know if he's doing much anything again though. Like, I think he's just definitely one of those people. It's like he probably has a lot of good like weird insider Hollywood stories. Where if you saw he was doing like a one man like show, you'd probably be like, that'd probably be a good person to listen to for like an hour and a half.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like that would probably be pretty fun. I would think, especially if you have any reverence for those movies. All right, well, we're gonna get to the first full podcast of the evening. I may wind up that Evil Dead Red. Like I said, I still have that and the gin one. I got to try and put those together. I want to put up some of those things on TikTok at some point. Like I said, I think TikTok and YouTube Shorts would be a good place for those to reside. So look for those there if you want a shorter, abbreviated version of that. But yeah, the first full podcast of the evening. Oh, I'm sure you've seen it because every once in a while you do look on Twitter.
I do. I look frequently on Twitter.
I don't know if you've noticed, but we did 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
I saw you said something about what a nice thing to wake up to.
1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
And so where
and going strong.
Does that put us in rarefied air?
We're getting there.
Okay.
The next thing that we have to set up is we just now have to have people watch our content a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
But it's a wonderful start, like I said, and it's something that we talked about. I think Bree has already been helping us a little bit. And again, I need to get a command in chat, like to make it even simpler. If you have bandwidth and you're sitting at home, say even you, what you do is you have a PC on. You go to one of our longer playlists, say like the archives of this show, which are delightful. You hit the play button and you just let it keep going.
Let it go.
That's literally all we need. Like we just need like hours watched.
Okay.
So if we get that,
Okay.
then we actually can be monetized on YouTube, which would help. Like I said, every little bit would help. So like I said,
So
that
turn
would be
on the
super cool.
computer.
Turn on the computer.
Go to one of our things that you upload,
Yep.
like this show.
Yep, you don't even have to have like the volume on.
Just
You can have it
have
on
it going.
very low. You can mute the tab. Okay. All of those things. Hey,
Sorry, Noam. Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish it.
Chungus, thank you for the 18 months. I appreciate
16
that.
month streak.
That is awesome. Thank you
right.
so much. How are you doing this evening, my friend? How are you? It is good to see you. Glad I hadn't turned off any of the alerts.
That's good. It worked
That
out
is
well.
usually about where I do it too.
Should we open that?
Do you
and
want to
get
have it open a
get
little bit?
breathing a
That's
little
up to
bit?
you. I was going to do it on the the cork
Well, you
thing.
can do it that way too. That's fine.
No, it's all right.
We'll just then we can talk about how it develops, I guess, throughout the show, not necessarily the podcast. If you want, yeah, you can leave it open if you want to for dramatic effect. It's
Good
fine.
Thursday night football game isn't trash like last week. I know we've got it kind of on here on the side. I have not looked. I try and not have it on, or I stare at it too much. What is the score? Are there things happening? There's things happening. I'm assuming. I'll have to come back to it. They're at a break. I was on a break. I hate that. Idiot.
It's
That's one of those ones that bugs me.
Oh wow, it's 28-14.
It is a good game.
Cardinals.
Especially if you don't care about the teams.
And unfortunately, so that means
Does Kyler Murray not know it is a Call of Duty new game weekend? How has he put up 24 or 14 points?
Well, and how has he not throwing any of those touchdowns to DeAndre Hopkins? How dare he?
What points are you at?
7.
That's pretty good. It's a good
Not
start.
from your receiver. The first half. Well, hopefully it'll go off in the second half.
4-3-2. 4-3-2. 2-1-7.
A 2-1.
7.
A 2-1. Yeah.
7.
7.
See, tied into friends right there.
There you go.
None to Zach Ertz yet either. I love all the fantasy
Really, who the
conversation.
hell is
goes
he
in.
throwing to then? My God.
Throwing it to himself, apparently.
Robbie
I don't
Anderson,
think
who
we
he
have
just
anybody
signed.
playing tonight. I don't think so. 'Cause usually I have conversations like this, quickly checking the phone. I don't think. No, we do not have anybody playing. Thank you. No, does he? And Kyler Murray must not be throwing. So the person we're playing in our fantasy league has Kyler Murray, and Kyler Murray has 8 points.
Okay.
So
they running for, or
defensive
defense,
touchdowns. What's going on?
Okay. I wonder if Eno Benjamin's going off.
It could be
Okay.
any of those things.
All right.
Elsino Benjamin.
He's one of the running backs for the Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
Because Connor was out, and then Williams was out, and so then they were down to him last week, and he was their main back last week. I don't know about this week though.
Sarakana.
Connor. That's
Sarakana.
right. James Connor.
James.
Okay.
But anyway, so we are going to do a podcast. It's a hard transition right there. We're going to do the first podcast of the evening. We have already been thinking, obviously, we've been talking wine. Obviously, we drink wine year round, but as we get toward the big holiday season, many, many holidays going on, not just the initial ones that you think of. Right. Usually there are get-togethers, and those usually do involve imbibing in possibly beer, wine, spirits, of all that kind of thing. So we try and put a little bit more of a focus into that, at least things that are kind of seasonal at this time. So it just worked out that I have had this bottle aging to perfection for a little bit now.
That's
right. You can still find this one, but yeah, I have an older vintage, which we'll talk about on the podcast as well. But yeah, that is the plan right now. We're going to make these glasses be a little bit lower so they don't... Oh,
do we need to get rid of the hug down there?
The hug?
Or whatever that is. Oh, it's a pour.
The constant pour of Jack Donaghy right there.
Almost looks like he's hugging somebody.
Well, he's probably
I see what he's doing.
He's probably hugging his scotch right about now.
There you go.
As I always joke about, Jack Donaghy is pouring a copious amount of scotch right there. And if he gets to the other side, like there in about a minute, that glass will break and he can no longer pour any more scotch. So if you want that to happen, he probably should not drink anymore. Just should stop. No more subs. All right, just settle it down. All right, well, we're going to have to take those things off. Let's see. Does that go away if I do that? It does. All right. All the alerts are off. Podcast time. Stop.
Podcast time.
Oh. This is the best time of the show. We have no idea how to start.
Just start it.
About podcast featuring beverages. There we go. I like that too. That is a good option. We should just start. The wine we're opening today is like, just go right into it.
Go do it. I'm Keith. And we are.
I literally should just chop up the thing we were saying before. I said all of it.
That's what I was. Yeah.
My best stuff goes on the cutting room floor. I tell you guys. I swear that's actually where it goes. It's literally on the cutting room floor. And we are slightly buzzed.
God, I hope not.
No, not after that one beer, but no, you never know. Maybe probably by the Imperial Stout, maybe a little bit. At least I will be, because I will probably be enjoying this one, hopefully. It is no secret that I am a huge fan of bourbon.
True.
I also don't talk about it as much, but I do really like wine.
Yeah, we both do.
If you could create a collaboration of those two things together, I'd probably be really excited.
Oh, wow. And I think someone has.
Someone has. Do you think they are also brothers like us?
Oh, that would be even better.
We've got all of that for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Beringer Brothers Cabernet aged in bourbon barrels.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. They do have currently, like I said, if you check out the links that we have not only in the description, but up on our website and here on YouTube, they are still currently making this along with several other barrel aged things, from a Chardonnay to a red wine blend to this cab. This one I have had for a little bit. I'm not going to lie. The version you would buy right now would be the 2020.
Okay.
This one, 2017. It has been kept properly. It has not been like stuck in a corner. There's not been dust gathering on it. It has been in a wine cellar, so it's been okay enough, I would say.
Right. And it was one actually that was in the running to be a podcast a few years ago.
That is correct. Excellent point. Yeah, we actually at the time had the Apothic Inferno, which is also that's a red blend.
Yes.
That is aged in bourbon barrels. I believe they were both aged 60 days. This one is also 60 days in American oak. But that was the one that was picked, so we did the podcast on it. This one has laid dormant ever since, until today. Rising like a phoenix out of Arizona.
Thank you, Frank Costanza.
Are you familiar with any other Beringer wines in general, or this line at all?
Well, I mean, I haven't had any in a while, but like years ago, especially when I started getting into wine, that was a big name. Beringer wine was.
They've been around for 140 years.
Well, then I haven't, but so it wasn't that long ago that I remember them.
Not 140 years.
No, not 140 years. But yeah, that was one of the bigger wine names. But I haven't had anything from them in quite a while. So this should be a treat. I hope.
Yeah, we hope so.
We hope. Hey, we've been drinking.
You want to guess the price now?
Ooh. Well, just
like out of the gate.
25?
20.
Okay.
So yeah, I think not too bad.
Yeah. Even currently, or that particular bottle?
That's funny. This bottle is actually worth 50.
Yeah.
Because it has had some.
It's aged.
It's got 3 years extra on it. No, currently it is 20,
Okay.
like I said. And that's on their website. So I'm assuming even through other distributors would be about the same, maybe even a little less.
Maybe a little less. Yep.
Some people I know definitely are not, like I said, into this kind of thing. They feel, probably it changes the wine too much. It's not kind of the same. I think you just have to go into it knowing that it's a different thing and not saying, like, if someone said, what's your favorite wine? And you said this, that probably would be kind of strange just because it's not.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe it's true to like what I think of as wine because you are changing it a lot.
Well, and I mean, cabs are typically aged in oak of some sort. This just happened to be oak that held bourbon before. So
held some extra deliciousness.
Yeah, extra deliciousness.
Yeah.
So now I remember, I think it was years ago, there was a Zinfandel that was aged in bourbon barrels, and that's kind of where I first started seeing things like that. But it's definitely been something that's been done for a little while now. So
when we did another podcast previously, the Cooper and Thief, which was also a barrel aged, I think that was a red blend as well.
Yeah.
But you can go in the archives at either aboutbeverages.com or on YouTube here and find that video. So we're no stranger to this.
We're no stranger. Okay.
That one usually goes a little more expensive, though. I would say that one's usually like mid-20s.
Cooper and even like it when we have it, it's 26, 27, something like that.
As you'd expect, very dark.
Yeah. Purpley red.
Purpley red.
Yes.
Let's see if the aroma brings out the purple or the red.
Notes of red.
Notes of red mixed with purple.
Notes with purple. Notes of red mixed with purple. There's a Parks and Rec that was on the other day, and she's like, I'd like a glass of red wine, and I'll be very honest. Bring me whatever, because I can't tell the difference.
That's good. I like that. That's pretty funny. What was it we always said? Like someday we'll put tasting notes that are notes of delicious mixed with awesome. That was like our, like, if we ever find the appropriate thing that is that good, which that carrot cake slide sure might have hit into that. I wonder if you write like a very nicely worded postcard or letter to Drecker, if they would make another batch. Like, I don't know if they do that.
I will commit to buying one can if you'll make this one.
Commit to
Maybe they'll be doing it again. Who knows?
I have told some people there was a 4-pack that would be sold immediately if you made this again. Like, are you nuts?
I don't know if you know who we are, but we are About Beverages. And we'll buy at least 4 cans.
We'll buy it, yeah. Our buying power says 4 cans.
4 cans.
Red wine. I was never a huge fan of whoever that is. UB40?
That's UB40, but
UB40.
I believe that's a Neil Diamond song.
Oh, Cracklin' Rosie.
Yeah, just like Cracklin' Rosie. Yeah. That's right.
The song I wrote while I shot a drifter. I'll say the rest of it. I also need to get apparently Will Ferrell quote things from Anchorman, because when I had featured beverage on Whiskey Wednesday I did the Highland Park Scotch again, which is always
Scotch.
Yeah, the people were like, "How do you not have that clip?" I'm like, "All right, I got to do it. I got to do that one and just other things
because I don't have 4 assistants to help me with this.
I know I need more people.
I'm a one-man show. I'm talent. I'm production. I'm everything.
I need to hire people with money I don't have.
Yeah.
And I need them to be good.
Do you know these people? Or for get an intern like Kramer did.
Oh my God, I need an intern.
Darren.
Can I hire an intern? How does that work?
Yeah. Can you get college credit?
Yeah.
I will sign your college credit sheet. Won't need anything, but I'll sign it.
That would be great. You've given me ideas. Who wants to be an intern? You pay you in beverages.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I think so. Dense.
Yeah,
there's just a lot of depth.
Yeah, chewy.
And layers, but that I can't necessarily describe. I mean,
it's raspberry, it's blackcurrant, little vanilla. Like those are kind of.
There's almost a heavy sweetness, like.
Well, it's like you put those. It's like you were making like a compote of those things, and you like kind of you cooked them down a little bit. And you got that syrupiness. Like I said, that's where the vanilla and the sweetness, which I think probably that's where the bourbon
fruit compote reduction.
Yeah,
that's what.
There you go. That is literally what this is.
Yeah,
we shouldn't talk anymore. Should we go to the taste?
Yeah, we should.
I think that was the perfect. I just realized the song that we were playing on Stream Beats Hip Hop of Harris Heller fame was called Tony Stank.
I saw that.
That's so stupid.
And dropping bars. Crispy.
Yeah. Yeah, the names are great. I would kill.
I know. Well, like we've said, it doesn't even have to just
Not with
come
these
up with
songs.
something funny.
Yeah, poison hydration.
Well,
That's
yeah.
this kind of
Alcohol equals poison hydration. Wow. Although it doesn't really hydrate you, though.
No, that's true.
Poison dehydration.
Yeah. What did we always talk about? We're like, well, if I'm going to be putting a poison in my body, I at least want it to taste good.
Right. Yeah.
That's what people are like, I just buy some of this. I was like, no,
not for me.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
Of water. It's been getting a lot of publicity this week. The Negroni once again.
Our stuff?
Apparently everyone is out there. No, just
Negroni?
just Negroni in general.
Okay.
But it's because there was an interview done with two of the people that are two of the main actresses that are on House of the Dragon, the new Game of Thrones show. And it must have been for like Forbes or Vogue, like where they're just asking each other questions, like which is kind of like, you know, it's like they're almost interviewing each other. And like one of the questions was like, what's your favorite drink? And so the one woman says, and people have been using the clip now because she has a really, like on the show, not quite so much, but like she has a fairly thick accent. And she says, Negroni, Pigliato. Have you heard of that version of the Negroni?
I think I have, yes. Is that the fizzy one? No.
Yeah.
Is it the one with like...
It's no gin, but it's Prosecco.
Okay, yep.
And I was like, maybe. I have a bottle of Prosecco at the house. I'm like, maybe we do this again.
I bring the Campari back over.
May have to. Like, maybe that's the way to do it. But yeah, I do actually have like a small bottle of Prosecco. I'll have to look at.
I think how we figured out how you like the Negroni. You
Without
like
Campari.
Boulevardier style.
I do. I like that one better.
Yeah.
It was still not something. I don't think I would ever order it. Like at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like I mean, because I just much prefer an old fashioned or a
Right.
Manhattan or something
new
like that. A
fashion.
sour, like I said, a whiskey sour.
Yeah.
Margarita. I made a margarita this week. Like, and it was like, it's so ridiculous, but it's like sometimes I just forget to make a margarita.
Yeah.
It's just so delicious.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
You can make them like with more depth, like with a reposado or añejo, or you can just make them nice and easy with a blanco. And yeah, very good.
I do need to pick up some Cointreau though at some point. Like that seems like
Triple
that.
sec. Or you can use Cointreau if you want to. For you with more money, triple sec's a little cheaper.
There is like a slight difference, isn't
Yeah.
there? Like I've heard, but anyway,
Yeah.
yes, some sort
Something
of orange liqueur, just to, like because it seems like that's when you want to elevate just that even that touch more.
I was gonna say because I'm usually okay. To me, that's like one of those other ingredients. Because a customer asked me for triple sec at work yesterday, and she's like, "Well, how will I make my margarita?" And I was like, I said, "Well, you can use Cointreau," but I'm also thinking, or just don't.
You're all
have any
You're all
orange in
without it, and you just turn around
without. I don't know.
I think I saved it. I'm sorry there's all these tangents in the middle of this episode, but like of this podcast, but none of this will be only seen by the live audience
Only
or the
by
full
those
or
here
the full
tonight.
archive version that goes
That's
up on
right.
YouTube the following Tuesday. It was amazing. There's a video for Trader Joe's, and it was kind of joking about the cashiers and stuff like that, and then going through the line, and it was back and forth. And the guy, you know, they're like sliding. It's like, oh nuts! Yeah, I've heard these are good. And you're going through eggs. Have you had these? And the guy's like, eggs? Yeah. Have you had these? They seem to be really flying off the shelves. The eggs. Yeah. Have you had these? And he like
There's different types of eggs.
and all of a sudden the guy goes, I know, I've heard they're really good. Like then he just like then he just like gets into it. But yeah, like each thing he scans, he's like, I've wanted to try these.
Yeah.
Like everything's like a conversation piece, and then the final thing he's like, eggs, have you had these? It's like eggs.
eggs. There are different types. Maybe it meant like the antioxidant eggs or the organic eggs or the fertile eggs, or who knows.
Eggs, have you had these?
Eggs. Oh my God, eggs.
Yeah, it was just kind of like that. I think I'm ready.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if you know this, but I also just saw on the website the Beringer family.
Oh, okay. Hey, this is a lot. Are those going to have more body? Maybe I just want it to have more body. but it's very good.
I
Got a
thought
nice
it might be a little
spiciness
more
to it.
dense. I thought it would be.
Yeah, because those aromas, I think, at least take me on that sort of path. But some nice fruit mixed in. I get a little bit of like that. I think the oaky, maybe not necessarily a char, but a little smoke and a little sweet, and then that fruit, and there's a little spiciness to it. It kind of makes the front of my tongue come to life.
Yeah, I would agree on all of those points. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like I said, most of what I got in the aroma, I'm getting in the taste. Like I said, yeah, there's a little bit of light sweetness. I thought there might be a little bit more body to it, but honestly, now that I think about it more, I don't know if I actually wanted it. I kind of like that it is at this point where it's not overly heavy. Yeah. I could easily have, like I said, a glass or two of this, like I said, and it's everything is very well balanced. Yeah. I think, which is very nice. Sometimes I want to say with the Apothic Inferno specifically, I think we liked it, but I remember that one being like, that one's very like jammy and heavy. Yeah. And you have bourbon in here. Like I think that this one is handled with much more deft hand, I should say. Yeah. But yeah, no, I really like it. I think it's good.
Damn it, why did I open this podcast?
I'll have it tomorrow. I will have it tomorrow. That's how this works.
It might end up in a sauce over the weekend. Who knows? Maybe not.
I could drink it. It very well could be. It'll definitely make it into a podcast, which you can find on AboutBeverages.com, which is our website. That is one of the many places you can find us if you are looking for our latest videos or any of our previous podcasts in audio form, articles that we've written. All that stuff is there. Go check out the website.
New and improved.
New and improved. Yeah, that's right. It's gotten a fresh coat of paint. It works well on mobile, works well on your tablet, works well on your PC, your personal computer, your Macintosh, perhaps, your Apple device.
Your Commodore,
your Android, your Packard Bell 386 works on all of these things. But yeah, go check that out. If you have a Netscape browser, you can go into there.
Yes. You can ask Jeeves to help you find us.
Ask Jeeves to find us, all those things. And when you've asked him that, he may bring up YouTube as well, which is also a place where we have all of our videos. So go check that out. Hit the subscribe button and watch a little bit. I think there's a lot of good things, not only fully archived podcasts, but our full show that we do live. You can also find there as well. At some point, also the audio versions of our podcast will be going once again on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts. If you have a favorite podcasting app, search for About Beverages. We will be there very shortly. Or maybe now. Or maybe now by the time you see this.
By the time, yes.
Yeah.
Who knows? You may be watching this in the future.
That's right. You may have seen like something else on social media that maybe told you that we are good on all those things.
Are you talking about like the three pillars? What we call the three pillars?
Well, that's what we call them. It's going to catch on.
It will. We're working on it. We keep trying, which are, for us, our TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter being the one that we use most often to keep you up to date on what's going on here at About Beverages. Like earlier this evening, when I tweeted we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings, 5:30-ish Pacific. Yeah. So when we get together, we try some different beverages, record our podcasts, have some fun conversations with anyone who drops into chat. Also, Andrew keeps you up to date on what he is doing throughout the week as far as gaming and what he's going to be drinking while he is doing those games. So for all the latest at About Beverages, follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
And that is podcast. A podcast with a lot of extra conversation.
In the middle, that's easy to edit it out. The parentheses in the middle.
It is the parentheses. Yeah. Oh my God. That's a good way to put that. That's the parentheses to our middle. Yeah. No, I really like that. That's actually good. Yeah. It's funny because we always do say that a lot of times. We're like, oh, I thought I'd have a little bit more. I wish. And then it was like the more we were talking, I was like, I don't know if I actually want it anymore. Like I thought it was going to, and then I was like, I think I'm happy that it doesn't.
Right. I need to stop having that be the first thing I comment on.
Well, that's fine. It's all about the body.
I wonder if you went back and you like mashed up like our last like 15 podcasts, how many of them I'd say, yeah, I didn't have the body. I went, oh, the body's really good. He's always commenting on that, but I do like, I guess to me that kind of ensures that I'm going to savor it a little bit more. It's not, because sometimes it just goes down, if it's thinner, it's easier to just all of a sudden gulp.
Helps to prevent gulpability.
Gulpage, yes,
okay.
Gulpability.
God.
Yes, a Denny Willis term, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was.
Speaking of coffee,
prevents gulpability. Also a name of my new skin flick that I have going on. Prevents gulpability.
So I was having a little bit of an Arbuckle moment the other day at home because we thought I don't know if you remember the story from The Last House where Pocket rescued the little mouse that had fallen in the through the vent. We had to go in through the drywall. She was opening the metal vent in there.
Oh, that does sound familiar.
Because we heard a little life banging around in there at the other house. So we noticed something sort of similar.
You secretly took her out of the house, just threw a smoke bomb in there and walked out.
No. Yeah, just popped around. No, then there actually happened to be a mouse in there that popped into the bag and she freed it. But
that's always great in those movies when you do that and then like a hawk comes by and just takes it away.
Fortunately, that did not happen.
Circle of life. Sorry.
But we thought we heard something coming from the vent of our stove.
Kill me.
Well, no, and because we were sitting there on the couch. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, I heard that earlier too. And anyway, so we investigated, and all of a sudden we're like, there's something in there. Something probably fell down in there again.
How did it come through down in your vent?
Well, because it vents out to the roof.
Oh.
So ultimately, there was nothing in there. So we're still not sure exactly what that noise was. But
your house is haunted.
While we were investigating that, we had to take off some aluminum ductwork or like piping. So it reminded me of when we had to retape at Arbuckle. So yeah, I was taking off aluminum tape. And we're doing all that, and I kept saying to Pocket, I said, "Oh my God, I'm totally having an Arbuckle moment right now." Because I was like, "Yeah, we used to do this, and we used to do that, and we, and I was just."
Did you have to scrape anything off, or do some Paradad or anything?
No, we didn't have to go that because there wasn't. We don't really have that much smoke that goes up through that
for sure.
So fortunately, it was just putting it back together to prevent for the future. But yeah, I had to go out and buy some aluminum tape, and yeah, so it was anyway.
Did you get the stuff that was heat resistant and everything?
Well, no, because it's not. Once again, doesn't get that hot. I don't. Oh. I think it was rated for. I think for AC or for vent work.
Oh, okay,
like that. So I think it should be fine. But yes, then we had to put that back on there, and I was like.
I just always remember like making sure I always had on gloves when I did putting the tape back on, because at some point I did that and I like sliced my finger because like that metal foil like is just like a razor blade.
The tape is sharp.
Which is
metal edges are sharp.
Well, that for sure. But it was one of those things where you're like, oh, I'm just gonna like you're just like taping it down so that it gets Always when you clean the roaster, that fresh coat of everything. It's like it was always so funny. Like everyone's always like, oh, the roaster's clean. It's like. Now it's gonna smoke for a little bit. Like you always said, like I give this speech every year. Yeah. It's gonna smoke again because I have literally broken all the seals that kept it from being that way. Because then the next day, you're like, what's going on here? Well, we just cleaned the roaster.
We just cleaned the roaster.
This is the look of clean. Yeah. Like I don't know what to tell you.
This is a sign of a clean roaster right now. But well, and some of them, if we could, we'd try to keep those certain seals together.
We would.
So, we would if it wasn't going to affect anything.
If we could actually take off sections that were taped, we would try and leave them together, and that would definitely help. Yeah. And then you were always ready, even the next day, if there was something like egregious, to be like, "I'll go back up there," and like you could, you do a little bit more on, do a little extra. But that was always pretty. It's funny how like smoke and water finds the path of least resistance and will find its way out no matter what you've done. So it's that was always definitely like I said. Like I can understand that. Yeah, it's amazing how
that'll probably open up even like tomorrow when you have it. I bet because it has a nice depth of like I think that like sort of a fruit compote reduction is in the aroma and even in the taste a little bit. There's some definite levels to that,
and it made me think of great Arbuckle memories for sure. Like I said, there is some good ones there for sure, which then also ties back into who we were talking about earlier, Chef Carey.
Oh yes.
He has one of the recipes, multiple things that I've done from his cookbook was that he actually has a red wine reduction that you do and you use
leftover wine from a party or something.
Yeah, right? Like I said, so you use leftover wine and then you do, I think it's like carrot, it's like, like Caro syrup or something in there and you make like this kind of sweet, like, and it's great for all kinds of things. So that's also that always makes me think of. But that is.
Give him a call.
That's right.
He might. I don't know. Like I said, because I said, well, our number's not on there. He's like, but this is his email, right? And I said, yeah. I said he'll see that. So maybe he'll reach out.
I could actually we technically have a phone number that I just never use. Like I guess when we get business cards again or
who would
do something.
But if somebody dialed it, what would?
I have voicemails like it would go to a voicemail, but I can check. Like I just don't call anybody from that.
Okay.
But I think I can. Again, I could get intricate with like I could have it forward calls to my cell phone. Okay. Like right now it's hilarious because this is what's always funny. I've literally never given out that number. no one knows that number except, in theory, myself and Comcast. I think the other month I went and looked and there was like 70 like missed calls.
Oh,
it's like
just robocalls.
Who's calling? Yeah, exactly. Like
call-in show. There we go.
That's all. Yeah, like I said, you totally could.
Go ahead, caller.
That would
We're
be
listening.
That would be scary as hell.
We're drinking. Wait, no. We're sipping.
Hi, caller. We're drinking. That's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, I would definitely, like I said, at this price, I would definitely have one of these around. It's not like I still think. Probably one of my favorite wines still from the last like year, and I still have 2 bottles of it. Is still that Chupacabra is probably one of my favorites. Like right now, I like it's sad. There's something I sometimes I'm able to get over the hump. The mouse turned around to look at you before running to freedom.
I think that's what
wasn't that
says.
part of the story?
Yeah.
Okay,
I like stopped and then boop hopped away. Yep,
he just went like this. No audio, but that younger guy in the Dr. Pepper shirt.
Wow.
Damn it, Lucky.
Lucky.
But yeah, like I said, that's
it's only because it's Andrew's Dr. Pepper shirt.
Is that what's making him look younger?
That's bringing the youth.
I'm just glad to finally get a haircut today. Oh my God. I was going to try and like wait another week. I was like, I can't do it. Like it was just,
I won't.
Yeah. And it was also because it was one of those times where it wasn't a bad haircut. It was just like, it was a haircut, but it was at the point of I'd gotten one 4 weeks. It was almost felt like it was a month into my having got a haircut. Does that make sense? Like I left and I went like this. I was like, I can actually already go under my hair already. Like it was.
Oh,
like,
as opposed to the like kind of have that.
Yeah, like I could actually go and like I could feel the hair. I was like, that was not cut short enough. I was like, but I'm not going to go back in there and go, hey, like that's not my style. Like I even this morning I got there right when they opened at the haircut place, and they put the sign on that said open, but I didn't really see anybody outside like in the parking lot. So I was like, well, I'm gonna wait like 5 minutes. Like I don't want to be just like. You just turn on the sign because I know it's so funny working in the industry as we have forever. It's just those little things that like, can just like all of a sudden just start your day in the wrong place where you're like, you get in, maybe you got in there a little late. You're throwing things in. Well, I got to turn the sign. I'll do it. And then like, oh my God, someone's walking in at 9:01. What the hell? Like, yeah, it's just it's like those things are still, even if they don't to other people, it's like, those things
because there are some people that just does not bother at all.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah.
At the haircut store. Down at the haircut shop. But yeah, like I said, yeah. And some people are like, hey, let's go. Like, it's fine. Like, but yeah, there's a lot where I'm just like, I wouldn't like that. So I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yep. Yeah, that is going to be, I hope that is going to be really good tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's
I think
really
it's
good
definitely going to open up and even be better tomorrow.
But won't wait till tomorrow is something else that we have.
We will not wait till tomorrow. No, let's have that now.
What is it?
The Tombstone Boothill Imperial Stout.
Boot! Actually, I didn't even look. Actually, no, we did talk about the price. We talked about the price.
Yeah,
did
20.
you guess the alcohol?
13.5?
14.5.
Okay, because it doesn't taste hot.
And I'm honestly surprised that it's even as low as 14.5.
Yeah. Because
the beer we're about to have is,
I think 15.5.
That is correct.
That's why we're finishing with that one.
That is right. That is why that is the closer. That is the Kira Sedgwick. That is the closer.
The closer. The closer.
Tombstone, like the pizza make. Oh my God, Tombstone pizzas.
That's what you and Pocket would do for your horror movie fest, right?
That was usually no Totino's party pizzas.
Oh, Totino. Oh, okay, I thought you guys said Tombstone. I don't know.
Tombstone pizzas are good though too. And no, Tombstone is like the brewery. Actually, I haven't hit that button near enough. So these are all the things that we have had tonight. If you want to see links, these are the links to actually these websites, not ours, but you're more than welcome to check out AboutBeverages.com. But yeah, the Alesmith's website, the Beringer brothers goes to their site. The last one actually goes to Untapped, where you can follow us if you want. We definitely put up a little quick reviews every once in a while. Keith, not as much of the review, but he probably would put a score.
I did though. I don't know if you saw one.
What? Oh my God.
A couple of weeks ago, it was actually it was the Mystify main event.
I see it.
See it?
He put a rating. He even wrote things.
I wrote
oh my
things.
God.
I know.
Keith was called out one time.
I
He wrote
things.
something else.
I know.
You drink and you write things.
Yes.
Even better. A show you haven't seen.
What is that?
It's from Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
I drink and I know things.
Okay, right. That's that, but I didn't know what that. Okay.
True to style, pours super cloudy orange brown, piney with a hint of dank on the nose and palate. Another winner from a brewery that has yet to disappoint. That's why you wrote something.
That's why I
'Cause you had nothing negative to say.
No, I just had good
Magnify
stuff.
Brewing Company. I don't know if I've had anything.
Yeah,
Have we?
I've brought over.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
not a
it was
single.
at your son's birthday party. I
Not
brought
a
over
single
something.
thing. I've never heard of them before.
You should look for them next time you're at going through your tap and bottle.
I should
shopping.
make that. I should make that.
Yeah,
part of my
definitely. Even their
list.
stouts are the one stout I've had was even good. So, but they do good IPAs and double IPAs. I recommend.
All right. Well, we're going to go grab that beer. We're going to grab some new glasses, and we'll be right back. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Appreciated.
Not the kind of thing we want to say live on the show.
I'm glad it wasn't pants.
Whoa.
Dear Lord.
Whoa.
I am also glad that it was not pants.
Yeah. So the pants I wore over here today, they just won't be good on camera. Can I borrow a pair of yours?
Can I borrow? You can
Wait a
borrow a
minute.
pair of pants. That's
No,
fine.
I'm just kidding.
If you need pants.
What does it matter?
Yeah. As long as I cut it out at the time when you stand up to walk out the door.
right.
Or at least in good shape there.
Yeah.
People will see your good shape, though, if you don't have the pants on, I suppose.
How about that? Anyway.
Oh, man.
Yeah. No, this, yeah. Well, we'll talk, I guess, as we.
You got some things
we
to say about
record.
this? Do you
Well,
want that
just-
to be part? You have things to say as part of the podcast? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, just behind the purchasing of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to record another podcast. Let's just get right into it because we tend to have a good parentheses in the middle of our podcast, which I like that. Just the thought of that is actually pretty cool. So yeah, we're going to record another podcast. I'm not going to say any more because maybe that might actually be the good intro that we needed and I'll waste it. So yeah, I'm actually surprised none of this is like just low enough of the camera, which is
Perfect.
great.
You have
That's
that. It's good. It's good work there.
It's lucky work right there. It's good work if you can get it.
Yeah.
So we always talk about the beer arc.
beer
like
arc.
where you want to start, where you want to end. This beer would probably fall exactly where on the arc, do you think?
At the very end.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
Do you think like it literally like almost off the cliff, like how strong this one is?
Right
or-
before you go. Well, I don't know. At least in theory, when reading about what it says on the can, if that can be believed.
If that is to be believed.
Yes.
Well, we've got a at least what sounds like a very delicious imperial stout for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Tombstone Boothill Black Imperial Stout with coffee.
With coffee. Oh, the
Yes.
tie-in is
Yes.
something we always know and love
And
is coffee.
this is extreme imperial. This is 15.5%
Whoa.
imperial.
Oh my gosh. That's more than the wine we just had.
It is more than the wine.
Like,
Yes.
that's nuts.
Yes.
This isn't even barrel aged.
No, it's not.
Like
but,
usually barrel aged is when you start getting into those higher like ABV amounts.
yeah.
But
But it's kind of cool. This being when we're recording this being October around Halloween time. Obviously, Boot Hill Graveyard's a tourist place in Tombstone, Arizona, which is near where we are here in Southern Arizona. But I like that. You know, it's even got that sort of spooky sort of theme going on there. But you and I had talked recently about wanting to, you know, especially with it now getting, well, even cooler in Arizona.
Yeah,
Just
it's in the
starting
80s
to enjoy
now.
some stouts a little bit more, and I've been trying to get at least one of those in my my trips to my local bottle shop, whether it be Tap and Bottle or Caps and Corks, to just find a little something to have in there that's not an IPA. And a little something to end the evening. And this one, when I saw this, just everything about this screamed, this is one I have to share. So
Yeah.
we are sharing this one.
there are actually two caskets on the side of this, hence because of the Boot Hill
Right.
cemetery.
With the little, I see that on the, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, you can actually see it. Yep, right there. And also, kind of funny too. It says this is the thickest, most decadent stout we could possibly make. Tombstone Brewing is also very famous for a couple of their other stouts that I love a ton. They have an imperial milk stout that is absolutely delicious, and they have an imperial stout that is also with coffee, but is not. Maybe this one's been renamed to that one. I don't know. I haven't had that one in a while. I definitely don't think the ABV was as high on that one. That was like in the 12 or 13 range. But yeah, this sounds like exactly what I've been looking for. So I am super excited for this.
So
and at $2.50 a can, it's absolutely amazing that you can find it. Probably for maybe this portion.
At $2.50 for, yes, a third of that can.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, this was close.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go
It
ahead.
was like $7.87.
I was gonna say it's probably around $7 or $8.
Yeah,
I would think.
almost
Okay.
$8 for
Okay.
this. But like I said, to be shared, to be enjoyed. Like I said, there's the beer arc. There's also the podcast arc, which
Yeah.
if you've been with us on our live shows, which you should be on Thursdays on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, you will know that this is the third thing we have tried today. We would not start with this. Would not be an opener. That'd be tough.
The only
If
thing
this was the opener, I don't want to know what the
I was just gonna say, if this is the opener, I kind of would like to see the rest of the arc. I don't know if I could make it through it, but I'd like to see it.
That arc was the
For
death
sure.
of me.
The arc was the death of me. But oh, what a death it was.
What an arc.
I don't think we have to talk too much about color because
No.
it is literally
It's Boothill Black.
it is Boothill Black. I would say so. Yeah, that when I was pouring it, I did want to mention as you were chatting there. Like I said, when I was pouring, it poured. You could tell there was some viscosity to it.
Nice.
It was in a viscous syrup that was
Nice.
coming out of there. So, yeah, let's give this one a sniff.
Do we even need to?
I don't think so. That smells delicious.
Coffee and chocolate.
Coffee and chocolate
And
God,
delicious.
it smells
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Yeah, that smells delicious. There's a little like molasses or like
Sweet. Yep.
not just molasses, but licorice. Sorry, that was
Yeah.
taking a second there.
No,
There's some
but-
licorice in there. There's some molasses, the coffee, chocolate, a couple different kinds of chocolate in there. That just,
But surprisingly, no, it doesn't have that like. Sometimes you can even smell the booziness, but I don't smell that. It's just
I don't
just
either.
getting
I
flavor.
think, I'm going to say the coffee may cover that up a little bit.
Maybe it
like
does.
it could be a little bit, and the coffee even smells really good too.
Yeah.
Did it say what actually roaster they used?
It does shift. I don't know who that is, but
Shift.
shift.
Does not say where they're located at, but anyway, well, shift.com if you want to. Shift.com? No. Shiftcaffeine.com if you want to check them out too.
Okay.
Assuming they're local, because that's usually how Tombstone works as well. Yep. I have not heard of them. Maybe we should try some of their coffee for a podcast.
We could shift into that.
We could shift into that. I need to shift into tasting
For
this
now,
right now
yeah.
because I
There we
cannot
go.
wait any
Yeah.
longer. Molasses. We have not made a stout. That was honestly what I was thinking. Like, obviously, that would take a lot more entail than what we were doing the other day, but I would kind of like our next one to do. That would be pretty good if it was one of our
Your
stouts.
Dos Vidania stout.
That would be pretty good. That one takes a lot more effort for sure on Jay's side because there's some oak like aging on there and there's a lot of things going on. But at least we know now that they'll 100% get carbonation. That used to be the thing. We would do this amazing beer, and then we were doing
You'd be like, now we got to pour them out.
we were bottle conditioning, so we were hoping that there was just enough of the yeast could give just a little bit more for the carbonation. Sometimes it would not.
Yeah,
It just didn't have anything else because we'd be like, man, that's so good. If it was only carbonated, like I just remember yelling that to the sky. Carbonation. That Imperial Coffee Stout we did too was really good. That was also delicious. Oops. So 7 something you said? 7, almost 8?
Like 787.
So let's call it $8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think those other ones were always a little more expensive. I don't think they were quite that expensive, like the Imperial, the Coffee Stout one. And the,
No, I don't think
no,
they were that
but I think they were around 5 or 6 for sure.
787.
Okay.
So here was my prices on my
Oh,
beer
okay.
6-pack.
All right, little view into Keith's world.
Beechwood, which is out of California, Party Crusher IPA, $3.87.
Okay.
Tombstone to go. Tombstone, $7.87.
That's this one.
Yep. The Dragoon Fresh Hop, $5.06. I bought one of the.
And you said the fresh hop was $5.06 for a Dragoon.
Yeah,
That's a little surprising.
it was because and I liked the 988 one that American IPA.
Yeah.
I liked that better, and it was like in the 3s.
Yeah.
And
That's
this was
interesting.
fine. It was more just bitter. Is all I really got from
More
that.
very West Coast,
Yeah.
but not a lot of depth to it though.
Yeah, and I didn't think so.
Okay.
But it was, I mean, fine, but just a little more than I would spend for a Dragoon. The Wild Barrel sour mixed berries, wild, which is that's a pocket.
Okay.
favorite one she's liked in the past. The Alesmith Evil Dead Red, $3.25.
Okay.
And then the La Cumbre Outstanding Achievements in the Field of Excellence. That was $3.59.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
How much was that one?
$3.59.
And that one you said was good, but not like great?
Good, not great.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
What was that one again? I'm sorry, you
I
mentioned
think it wasn't a hazy. I think that was a
Just
West
an
Coast
IPA.
style too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love their,
I
they
think.
always do their Project
Could be
Dank
wrong.
stuff are always delicious.
Yep.
Like I said, those are always fantastic. And like I said, I've even liked their seasonal stuff, or not seasonal, I should say, their stuff that's year round, like the Malpais Stout, like
Their
I think is
stout's good.
excellent.
Yep.
La Cumbre is another one. I would love to, like I said, again, we've talked about, we have relatives that live in New Mexico area. I would love to go that way just to go to their brewery at some point, because I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have we not done an Imperial Stout since we started kegging? I'm sure I don't know, maybe I can't remember I honestly cannot remember the last time we brewed our oaked Russian Imperial Stout. I still have some.
Oh yeah, RISP. It would say on the cap. RISP.
But I cannot honestly remember, but you have a better memory from that, and also with all the copious notes that you take. Wild Barrel Sours are very good.
Yeah, those are some of Pocket's faves. Not as good as Tiny S's. Okay. All right.
You got to be careful with that bar though. Like if like you only enjoy the highest of the bar, then you
she enjoys others.
Okay.
But that is.
But does that come up every time? Because that could all of a sudden get frustrated. You're like, I can't find one as good as that every time. Like,
I think it's just that
I appreciate your love
that's
of
the
this.
gold standard, and then we'll
I get
enjoy
it.
others.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we'll enjoy others, but that's the gold
But
standard.
if at the end of all of a sudden you're like, but it's just, I get it. It's not the Tiny S's.
But then when you do find that one that is,
I mean, yeah.
Right.
She just falls back in her chair.
Yeah. Bring me another slushy. I'm going to let you take the lead on this one.
Okay. I'll take one more sip then. Okay. I wasn't sure. I was like,
All right. Well, I can.
no, it's fine. We'll take
Okay.
one more sip and then I'll go.
Oh, on this? Okay.
That is absolutely delicious. That is everything I got in the aroma. The body is heavy, but just the right amount, like perfection. Like it's there's viscosity to it. It's not over the top, like super heavy, but there's definitely some weight to the body. There's the licorice in there. There's the chocolate. The coffee balances in there very nicely. Like that's always usually my fear with most coffee beers is how does the coffee balance in with everything?
And what's the quality of the coffee?
What's the quality of the coffee, which we've had issues with that in the past for sure, where it's like, well, this seems like maybe either the coffee was old or just not a roast style we like or whatever else. This seems to balance in at least very well with everything they've done. I don't know what kind of coffee it was, but it's to me, it's about perfect.
I am surprised that's 15.5.
Also, I don't get any alcohol in it at all. Like it's just like,
because that's my problem sometimes with even 11, 12, those you can taste it and they're like,
you're like, oh,
really
that's boozy,
sweet,
and you're kind of like,
it's really
oh, yeah.
boozy. But it does say that. Okay, if I didn't know that, I would not say that's a 15.5.
I think I would. I don't know if I would make an assumption that high. I would
No.
think there's a good amount of, just because of when you get that amount of heft usually in the body, they are trying to kind of probably kind of cover up. Not cover up, it's not the right word, but anyway, they're trying to smooth out what could be like, because the thinner you get, sometimes that alcohol shows up a little more. So I would have guessed maybe 10 or 12, but not like almost 15.5, 16%.
Yeah.
But this is absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it's
like
very
this
good.
is-
The coffee chocolate balance is great.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
good. But I think though this would not be. We talked about it before trying it. From the description, there would be other steps beyond this on the arc for me.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I know. We made the joke
Maybe
about
probably
that. but-
one because of the 15.5.
Yeah.
But there would be something else after this that could bring the evening to a close.
And the one I always think of is one that we had when we went to one of the football games many years ago that you and, like I said, our mutual friend that we all had together. And it was the one that was, I think it was aged in Scotch barrels. And it was just, I think we wound up both getting two of them at some point. 'Cause we're like, I can't even think of another beer I want to have. You have the notes somewhere.
Yeah,
We'll
I
find
do.
it.
I do have the notes.
If you're watching the live show right
I
now,
do
we
have
will
the
find
notes.
it after this, I'm sure. But that one is probably the one that could be the like, that goes up even another notch,
Right.
not because of alcohol, but because of something else.
Right.
And this is fantastic. This is
once
absolutely
again,
delicious.
Tombstone.
Tombstone
they do
has
it.
done it.
They know what to do.
And it's another one of those too where you have to share this. You could easily split this another way like we normally do, because we would go to something just because of the alcohol, but I don't take that in there.
No, I could easily drink that and be like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Mostly because you just came out of a coma after having had it.
Why am I feeling this? Oh, it's because okay.
And when I came to,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh man, that was absolutely delicious. If you want to see more beers that we have had that we have absolutely loved, and maybe some that we even didn't like quite as much, you can head over to the website at aboutbeverages.com. It has gotten a recent fresh coat of paint. So go check out that. You can leave a comment. Let us know what you think of that. Anything else we should change, adjust, or if you just want to look in the archives for any of the previous podcasts that we've done that were only in audio form, that is where you can find them only. If you only want latest videos, YouTube is a great place to go as well. Not only on our website, but on YouTube, we've got all of those. You can hit the subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate that, and do a little bit of watching there at all the things that we have done. If you're looking for wines or different beers as we're recording this into the holidays, and you're looking for that maybe special something to bring over to someone, we've tried a lot of different things, and I think we may have a good perspective that you would appreciate. So go check that out as well. And again, if you only want audio, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts. If you have a favorite podcasting app, just maybe search for About Beverages and you'll find us there.
You should.
And when that searching is happening, there usually is something else kind of.
Sometimes you're prompted
too.
maybe by the social media things that we like to call the three pillars, being TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, which is the one that we use most often at About Beverages to keep you up to date what's going on with us. Like earlier today when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/aboutbeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings, usually around 5:30 or so. We get together, try some different beverages, hang out, chat with whoever happens to drop in. Also throughout the week, Andrew lets you know what he is going to be doing in the gaming world and what he will be drinking as he's doing that.
I wish I was having one of these again.
They might still be there, so go to Tap and Bottle and check it out.
That.
But for all the latest at About Beverages, follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we love it or not,
if it's this beer, you should definitely give it a shot.
And that is a podcast. Ellie, thank you so much for the Prime resub, the 14 months on the streak. I appreciate that so much. Sorry, we were in the middle of recording, so then we don't have alerts on. I don't think they'll pop up. Ellie, thank you so much. Always wonderful to have you here. And also, hello, Keith. Good to see your handsome face around here again. Look at that. Ellie is so nice.
It's good to be around here again.
It is good to be here. Thank you so much, Ellie. What are you doing up so late? You're on the other side of the world. It's like 2 a.m. What are you doing? Yeah, this is
watching Ron Swanson dance.
That could be. Oh my God. At least that did pop up there. Look at that.
Snake
Ron Swanson dancing. Your girl is. What did you do? Did you get hit with a volleyball? You got hit with a volleyball, didn't you? That's my guess. You got hit with a volleyball. Your girl is concussed.
Yeah, that's quite girl. No, that's quite girl. That's quite
girl. See?
Well, you were reading that. So
That's too.
that is quite good.
Wait, what? What happened? You got assaulted? I don't like the sounds of this. Everything had been going so well. I don't like that at all. But I do like this beer, though. Oh, my God. Your flatmate. Oh, I wish they were in chat right now, too. Okay, who am I roughing? Exactly. All right, who we got to send out here? Picked me off the sofa, threw me on the floor, and kicked me in the... Were you guys roughhousing? What's going on here? Was this like an actual fight, a squabble? You were having good times with your flatmate. Ellie has recently gone off to college, or uni, as they call it over in the UK.
Uni as in short for university?
I think so.
Okay.
Like I said,
Okay.
I'm up on the hip terms.
Okay, well, that's good.
This was an argument. What were you arguing
Holy
over?
Crap.
Everything was going so well. Everything had been going well between that and your lady friend and like all the things going on. The police have been called. Oh my God.
Jeez, that does,
what is going on? What did you say?
Well,
were you playing Mario Kart? What happened? I don't like this at all.
No matter what, it doesn't make that right.
This is ridiculous. Oh my God. Told him to stop complimenting my abuser and he took it personally. Well, I would hope so. Was Wario cheating? Exactly. Wario is always cheating. He's rude that way. I don't know why they would take it personally. That should be just like, oh, I'm sorry. And you finish the conversation. Like, I just don't. It's really not that hard to be nice to people and be empathetic. It's really not that hard.
No, it's not.
Everyone makes mistakes. And then you just like immediately just go, oops, sorry. Like, didn't know. Like, you know, like I said, if that's not your initial reaction to not realizing something like that, it's ridiculous. Oh my God. Well, Ellie, I'm glad you called the police if that is what needs to happen. So, geez, that's ridiculous. Oh. Did you actually go to the hospital? My God. All this at the end of a show.
I know. What?
And what will be a mighty black eye? Damn it. I don't like this at all.
I hope that works out.
Yeah.
You figure. I hope everything.
I hope they no
gets
longer
resolved
get to be
for
your
sure.
flatmate.
Yeah.
There's like a
God.
group. It's almost like living in a dorm.
Oh, okay.
So I think there's a
All
group.
right.
How many people live in like the dorm you're in? Dad's coming to visit in the morning and help me deal with the good. I am glad.
Good.
It seems like you have handled this in the perfect way. Like I said, Ellie, I am sorry that happened to you, though. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's so good once it hits your lips. Did I take off the beer? I did. Okay. Yeah, that is really good. I can't even.
Yeah, it's just very. It's very unassuming.
So now you've had this. We
Yeah.
enjoyed it. We talked about it a lot.
Uh-huh.
Really enjoyed it. Knowing what is coming up, the holidays, would you buy another one to have it on hand to possibly either bring over somewhere, just have it on hand?
I would
another
buy.
one?
Yeah, I'd buy another one.
Okay. Yeah,
that'd be-
I totally am going to look for one of these. Like this is.
Well, it's like that. What I remember last year at the football game with Brian bought that. What was it, the drip, the magic drip,
The
or
caramel
whatever
popcorn?
Well, he always buys that. But the magic drip that he got us when we went over to.
Oh,
Tampa,
that was so good.
I would if I see that again, I'll definitely buy that too. So
Absolutely. I went to the hospital straight away and I've moved out for a few days. We've called security and they said, call the police. They're coming midday tomorrow. Perfect.
jeez,
I'm sorry you're having to go through all of that, but 100% you are handling it
It's-
in the most perfect way.
you always hope for the best when you move in with people you don't know. But
And everything
it's
seems to have been
scary.
going so good too. That's what's crazy. But like I said, yeah, you never know when someone is either a ticking time bomb of stupidity or whatever else. So
Yeah.
like I said, I am super sorry that is going on, but like I said, I'm glad that you have, like I said, the support system there and that you were doing the right things. Because
Dad's on the way, so good.
Yeah, calling security, calling the police, everything else. Apparently, yeah, that is.
That might be an understatement, but
Yeah,
yes.
that sounds like an understatement to be sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, so you would buy another one of these.
Yes.
Would you buy another of the red Evil Dead?
Depending on the situation. If it was like
If you're at the store and someone handed it to you, or what?
no, I mean if like remember back in the day when we used to trick or treat, everybody would trick or treat together.
That was nice.
I would bring one of those over and something like that.
We really need to, as a family, just adopt another kid so we can just kind of keep having those kind of like things
Those
going.
moments.
We could pass them around. Is that something you can do?
We'll see.
Like just like
This is your month.
Yeah, this
This
is your month.
quarter.
Yeah,
you
it's
get them
like
for a quarter. You get them for a semester. We'll take them for a semester.
yeah, exactly. I don't know. Something could be worked out. We just all have to get them to the same school or something like that. Yeah, I've got a few cuts to the face and bruising on my nose and around my eye. I'll be physically just fine in a few days, but yes. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
So I am pocket like that. Whoa, Lucky's raiding.
Lucky, what are you
Holy
doing?
moly.
Lucky, you're not supposed
Yeah.
to do that. I'm supposed to raid you. Oh my God.
Lucky raid.
What are you doing? Gucci, how's it going?
The About Beverages child.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad idea. Lucky, you came in on a wonderful time. Lucky,
yeah.
thank you for the
Good to
raid.
have you
I
here.
appreciate it. If
All right.
somehow,
Holy moly.
oh my God, that is super nice. Somehow, if you are not following Lucky on Twitch, you have big time screwed up. Make sure you're doing that right now. How many times did you finish Lightblade tonight, Lucky? I know you were doing it. I know you were working on it. Make sure you follow Lucky on Twitch. Right click on the link I put in chat, open up a tab, hit the follow button. Another wonderful person, not only that supports this channel in more ways than I can even describe, but just is a super, super amazing person. So please go follow Lucky right now.
Not only is it lucky in the person, we're lucky in the adjective.
Both.
Yes.
Oh my
Our
God.
raid is
Once
lucky.
again.
We are lucky to get it. Yes.
Made it to the boss room a couple times and never made it to the first phase. Lucky, I'm still impressed by that. Like I said, that is literally the most difficult thing to do in Destiny, and for you to make it there, that is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for the raid. If people came in from the raid and you are new here, you were seeing what we do on most Thursday evenings. It is myself and my brother, the other half of About Beverages,
That's right.
Keith.
Here we are.
This guy right here.
Dr.
We
Pepper?
hang out.
Or Dr. Pepper.
I could call you Dr. Pepper.
Just call me the doctor.
Are you just calling you the doctor?
Doctor, give me the news.
We've got a bad case of loving this beverage right here that we were doing
that's
a
right.
podcast on. Like I said, we do podcasts, like I said, most Thursday evenings, beverage focused, sometimes alcohol, mostly alcohol, but we do a lot of other things too, though. Waters, sodas, what else? Juices.
We've made smoothies. We've done
kombuchas.
kombucha. That's right.
All different kinds of things. If you want to see what that looks like, you are more than welcome to. Shameless plug right there. TikTok, YouTube is a great place to hit the subscribe button. You can even check out our website, which has been newly refurbished, given a fresh coat of paint. Go check all that stuff out. And Lucky hitting the beverage command there as well. We are finishing up right now with the Tombstone Brewing Boothill Black Imperial Stout, which is absolutely amazing. This would be something I would love it. If Lucky ever travels someday.
Lucky should travel.
Lucky should travel. We have so many beers and things we could share with you. We would love that. But Lucky, thank you so much for the raid. I greatly appreciate that. And again,
Now you have to find somebody different. Although you hadn't really started looking yet.
I was like, it was in my
Were you
mind. I was
thinking?
literally already thinking. I was like, oh, we can raid Lucky. That'll be super nice. And then he comes in here and is absolutely amazing. So yeah, please make sure you are following Lucky. Right click on the link I put in chat, open a tab, hit the follow button. There's also a new way that you can do shout outs too, which seems to be working as well. Like I said, I do that command right there. All of a sudden, Beverages goes Hellraiser and says, "We have such stouts to show you." Oh, that's pretty good. Has anyone seen the new Hellraiser movie on Hulu
That's
yet?
Conan. I haven't seen
I've not
him
watched it yet.
in a while. Wow.
I know. Conan's
Holy
knocking
moly.
it in.
Okay.
But yeah, you can actually do this command now too. You do that, and then you do this. And supposedly, I think this works like in a different way. Actually, we can leave that there. And like I said, you do that. Boop. There we go. Shout out also.
Yeah,
that way
usually you
too.
just
All the-
hand out subs while we're out of the room. So that's usually what you
Yeah,
do.
usually that
so
is-
we like this move. This is
Yeah.
a good one.
I like this one just as much. I did. It's decent. Yeah, I want to actually watch it. I've heard good things that they have kind of switched up the Cenobites a little bit, and it's supposed to be pretty good.
Hellraiser?
Yeah.
It's on what?
It's on Hulu. It's
well.
a brand new Hellraiser movie, and is like
Pocket should be on that.
changing kind of thing. No, I want to
Okay.
watch it too. Like I said, I've been talking about that for a little bit. I enjoyed Hellraiser, but I've been watching them since the beginning.
And we were just talking about that this morning, Pocket Night. We've actually seen the first one, part of it, kind of recently, and yeah, it's creepy.
It's still a great movie.
I've seen it before.
We
but-
have such sights to show you, as
Yeah.
Conan said earlier. Never get to raid you guys, so it seemed like a no-brainer. Lucky, I appreciate that. That is super, super nice. I appreciate that a ton. Did you get to any more of the Festival of the Lost in Destiny, or was it just all Lightblade all the time? Disney owns Hulu, so technically the new one is yes. Oh my God, Captain Brainspace. Thank you for mentioning that. Like I said, I appreciate you coming in on the raid as well. I have seen that. I actually saw it on TikTok. Someone doing the breakdown. They're like, well, the new like person that plays Pinhead is actually a woman, and she's a princess, and Hulu is owned by Disney, so that makes her a Disney princess. And I was like, that is absolutely amazing. Only Suffering Tonight. Oh my gosh, did not know there was a new one. You guys have Hulu? You have Hulu?
We
don't
do
you?
have Hulu. We have the commercial Hulu, but we still have Hulu.
I think that one's just Ulu.
Hulu. It's just Hulu.
Hulu.
It's just who. Who has this one still?
Hulu has this one.
Prices
still.
are going up on all of them, so it doesn't matter.
I've been trying to get to cancel Netflix. I think I watched that one. I barely watch it. So then it's basically just a battle between me and my wife and my son. Like, do you guys actually watch that? And I think I saw someone in chat the other day. We were talking about this, and it was like, okay, here's the service. I would like to name me 4 shows you're currently watching on this. And like, if you can't like say like I'm actively watching these things, like we don't need this. Like, because that one keeps going up. Like and they're even doing some sort of like premium service now too. I just saw. But it's like, I mean, that's like another one. It's like, that's 15 or 16 a month.
Yeah.
Hulu's like 15. I just saw like Disney Plus is about to like.
I want to start watching Better Call
Saul.
Saul. I haven't watched that yet, but we're still we're going to go back and finish the beginning of the Bizarre Adventures, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, because we've actually gone through all of them. We just have to go back to watch the 12.
And are you technically ahead of your son, or
we are actually at this point?
Oh my gosh!
And we still watch some movies too. We watched. Have you ever seen Bad Words with Jason Bateman?
No.
It's a dark comedy. I'm guessing it's from the mid-aughts, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Netflix gets 1 month a year. That sounds about like that's kind of where I'm at. It's like cancel some of these services. Like I even just saw the other day, like all of a sudden Apple TV keeps renewing. I'm like, I know that one's only $5. Like I literally don't watch that one at all. Like,
no, we can't. I had the free subscription, so we watched Ted Lasso and Severance. If you haven't watched Severance, you should watch it. But then when those shows come out again, we'll subscribe again. So. Because I definitely want to watch Ted Lasso. I know is filming a third season.
Is that with?
That's the one with Adam Scott.
I have not watched that at all. How many seasons?
And
are
Ben
there?
Stiller's the director. Just one.
Okay. Is there another season about to come out, or can I watch that
they're
one and
still
cancel?
in. No, they're still. Oh, there you go. Captain
Perfect.
Brains. They're still in.
Stranger Things. Stranger Things. I actually literally within the last 3 months,
You
watched all of them,
yeah.
and caught up.
Yeah.
And that show was really
I
good.
would watch Severance, and then and Ben Stiller's directed a lot. John Turturro's in it.
Okay.
It's good. We're definitely ready for that second season, but I think they're still actually I don't know if they've even started filming it.
Oh, okay.
So because
perfect.
it just came out this year. So
Disenchantment. What is that? I've not heard of that show. Have you heard of that show?
Where is that?
Lucky just said that usually is when I get it. I like Disenchantment, so it must be something.
Oh yeah,
on
no, I
Netflix.
haven't. We haven't watched that one.
I have not heard of Disenchantment at all. Yeah, Netflix says between. I was trying to go through the other day because I think it also HBO Max just renews monthly, but it's HBO Max, Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV. What else? Like all these services.
A little late, but yes,
Lucky Raid.
Yay,
Rage Carrot.
Lucky
Yay,
Raid.
Lucky
Yay,
Raid. How's
Lucky
it going? It's the guy that made The Simpsons. It's like Futurama wacky, but more story focused. Oh, that actually sounds interesting. Okay. I'll have to look for that. Is that on, you're saying that's on Netflix? I have not heard about that. What's the other one people talk about? Is it on HBO? What's the one with the guy when we've had to actually look up how to pronounce Scotch stuff? It was the guy. He's like a very famous character. Actually, he plays Daphne's dad in Frasier.
Oh, I know the actor.
When we had to look up Lefroy, like he was the one that we saw how to pronounce it from.
Okay.
But he's in some show. What is that called? What is that called? I'm well. How are you? We're doing good. We're doing very good. We're wrapping up our podcast show. Had a lot going on. We had a lot of wonderful things. If you want to see what we were having, there's all the links to the different beverages that we had. And we've actually, overall across the board, I think we liked everything, which is kind of...
Yeah. Well, we were 3 for 3, so that's good. That's a good night.
Yeah.
It's a good box.
About 3 seasons. It's got a good cast and pretty good jokes. All right. I'll have to take a look for that then. Lucky Raid. Jen, how's it going?
Another Lucky Raid? How do you do that?
Oh my God, a double raid.
Ooh, a double raid.
Jen, it is good to see you. How are you doing? Were you watching Lucky also suffer through some light blade? That is kind of the way it goes.
That'd be cool if you could double raid somebody.
I'm going to raid you once.
Yeah.
And I'm going to raid you again. The double raid.
When you're not expecting it, I'll raid you again.
Playing Elden Ring while Lucky was in the background. That sounds actually like a double form of torture. That's interesting. All the lurkers. Oh my God. We love our lurkers here. It's so fantastic. We love all the lurkers. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what the other, like I said, God, why can't I think of that name? It's some show where they're like, I don't know, are they wealthy? God, what is that? What is that other show I'm trying to think of? I want to say it's maybe on Showtime.
Definitely.
No, we don't have that either, but no, maybe it's not. What is that other show? God, this is going to really bother me.
Next week.
What is that guy's name? Let's start there. Do we know who he is?
No, you'd have to look up Frasier and then go.
Could look up that. He was also in the second X-Men movie. Wow. He was in the second X-Men movie. X2, X-Men United. Wealthy Scotch drinker show. I know, that's what I found. I have to look up.
There it is.
No. Okay, let's see some more actors. You all. Okay. It's this guy. Okay, Brian Cox. So Brian Cox is... Yeah, Brian Cox. Look, Conan's got it. Conan knows. What is the show he's in that everyone loves right now? It's like a one-word show.
Succession.
Is it also... No, it's not. Really, is it? It is Succession. There we go. Son of a bitch. Wait, is that the show you were just talking about?
I've never seen. No, it's Severance.
Too close a name.
Yes.
I can't take that. My heart can't take that. That's too much.
Succession is on what?
Is that on HBO? It's a dark comedy. It's been 3 seasons. HBO. Okay, there it's HBO.
All
Okay, not Showtime. That's the other. Okay, so I don't have to get rid of that one then. He was also in Churchill. He was in Braveheart? I don't remember him being in Braveheart.
He was the main guy. Oh, no, that was...
He was Mel Gibson.
He played Mel Gibson.
They probably should replace Mel Gibson at this point.
He played Mel Gibson in Braveheart. Wait, what? How'd that work?
Now link it to Kevin Bacon. Yeah, exactly.
Remember when we used to do that down at Arbuckle? That was like...
That actually was fun.
We did that for a long... for at least a couple of weeks. That was
Yeah,
like a big thing.
that was pretty fun.
Did the 6 degrees
So
of
how would you
separation.
link Brian Cox to Kevin Bacon?
I have no idea what else. So Brian Cox is...
Brian Cox was in X-Men United, which has a lot of characters. So that's got Hugh Jackman. That's got...
If somehow you get it to Keira Sedgwick. Wait, no.
that's what Kevin Bacon says.
Yeah. Oh.
Dear Lord. So we actually, and it's amazing. That actually ties all the way back around. Brian Cox to Gandalf, to Fassbender, to Kevin Bacon. Wow, that was a quick one.
That was good.
That was actually too easy. Conan is on top of it.
He's on fire.
Yeah, Conan is on top of it. But that actually ties back into, since we mentioned Braveheart, that is a movie I also saw in the movie theater like 3 times.
Okay.
And that's a long movie.
I saw it once.
And I really liked it too. And it's funny like how certain like actor or actresses like stand out to you. I thought for like a really short amount of time, like into my brain, that the woman that's in that Sophie Marceau or whatever, because she was in that. She was in the James Bond The World Is Not Enough. She was in that one, the Pierce Brosnan one.
Okay.
I thought she was so attractive for like a very good portion of time. I was like, oh my God, because she had the accent and she kind of had a little everything going on. But she was all, and that was where I was trying to remember, because I actually, the James Bond movies are now all on Amazon, because like I think they own all the James Bond things now or something.
Okay.
They bought them at some point. And I was like, okay, I'm like, what have I seen her else? And then all of a sudden it finally clicked. I was like, oh my God, she was in Braveheart, because I loved her in that too, because she was like this queen and they kind of had like this little bit of like a love affair kind of thing.
I love you.
Yeah.
Always have.
Yeah. I want to meet you.
I want to meet you.
I want to meet you.
That's the only thing I really remember from that movie. Oh, and freedom.
Yeah, when he's literally getting castrated. I can't think of his real name, but Gandalf, who was Magneto. Yeah, Ian McKellen. There you go. OracleBacon.org, movielinks.php. Oh my God, is that like actually like a Kevin Bacon like generator or something? That is a lot. That is a rabbit hole to go down. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in tonight for sure.
Next week.
Oh, you got, oh yeah, what do we want to have for next week? Well, I look for somebody to raid as well.
If you want. Tomorrow, we're
Pappy
supposed
Van
to
Winkle.
get in,
of course I want it.
We were supposed to get in Pappy. No.
Oh my God, if you ever like, I would probably cry if someone ever handed me a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle.
So, I mean, obviously, I think it's well known that vodka is probably our least favorite spirit.
I would say so.
One that I don't enjoy as much either, but I think maybe enjoy rum.
I thought you were going to say Campari.
Rum. Well, I don't know. That's we don't. Rum to me, but Trader Joe's is about to get in a rum.
Okay.
That's been a Panamanian rum that's been aged for, I think, 5 years.
Oh my God, I can play the Van Halen song.
In Napa, Napa wine.
Wait, what?
Yes. So we may
and
have
it's
a
$4.
No, it's but I would be willing, because it's unique and because it's for the podcast. I think I would be willing to invest in that if you want to try rum for next week.
That sounds super unique. Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Oh.
It's
rum and Campari. There we go.
Yeah, rum and Campari is actually, I figured out I had a bacon number since I was movie X. Wow, that is amazing. So here's what's interesting. You literally just mentioned rum. Just look at this.
Hot off the press.
This is a link I literally just created today because I saw someone recommend a rum.
Okay.
Not saying I'm buying this like next week, but I was just thinking about that. I was like, that is one of those things that I've heard people say is worthwhile and is very good. And I just have not, like I said, we've had a few here and there, but it's never like we did. Like I think we did a rum podcast, AboutBeverages.com. Maybe go in the archive, search for that.
Yes.
I'll update the link if it's not updated yet.
Sometimes the interwebs already.
The interwebs, you say?
Yes.
Tell me about the interwebs.
Yeah. That's the Barbados.
The Mount Gay?
Oh, well.
That was the one you brought
if
over
it
a
comes
while
in
ago.
tomorrow. Okay, we're limited to ordering 1 case a day, so we should be getting a case tomorrow. And when it comes in, I'll send you a picture and the info sheet.
I mean, it's what you've just said to me is already super interesting.
Okay.
Do you know how much it is?
I think it's only like $16, but it could
I was
be
going to
a
say
little
under
bit more.
20.
Yeah,
But that's the thing,
We'll
though.
see.
Like, rum never seems like, unless you get like
right.
super top tier, like, I
Right.
don't see a lot of rums for $30.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like and I don't know if that's necessarily good or bad, but like, I just don't see like
there
too
are
much
those,
of that.
but it's not usually my thing. But I'm curious enough about it because of the barrel influence to give it a try.
Okay.
We'll just pour rum and coke. We
dare you
should
say-
give it a shot.
There you go. Right there.
I think we should change that to give it a try.
Try after all
Damn
these
it!
years.
After all these years.
After all these years.
All right.
Sorry, Norm. Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish it.
KGB, thank you for continuing the gift sub.
All
And that is
right.
amazing. I was actually just talking about you this evening. because
Actually,
we
we were coffee grinders, correct?
We were talking about the coffee grinder
Yep.
that you put into Discord, exclamation
Yep.
point Discord, if you want to see the hot coffee chat that has been going on lately. Hot coffee.
hot coffee.
Not the
hot,
Grand
hot,
Theft Auto mod that is called hot coffee, but actual hot coffee. But yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah, that grinder looked really cool. I want to look at that a little bit more. Just have some. Yeah, there you go. It's just called Just Have Some.
Just have some.
Just do it. Wait,
Whether
I think
we
someone
like it
may
or
have
not,
that
you
one.
should just have some.
I think someone may already have that one.
You should
Just have some.
Pour a sip.
But yeah, we were looking
Okay.
at that. That grinder is really, I swear I have looked at that at some point in the past. But yeah, that one looked really, really cool. So yeah, thank you for posting about that in there. That is very neat. And thank you again for the sub. I appreciate that. That is super cool. Continuing that sub, as they say, that is very, very neat. Well, your glass is empty. Did you want to fit?
No,
this
I
one's
have to
mine.
drive.
You actually don't get to have it.
No.
Even if you didn't, this one's mine.
You should enjoy.
I will enjoy that. All right. Well, we're going to get out for the evening, but we will be back again next Thursday, 5:30 Pacific-ish, 8:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be on time
Since
next
I'll be
week.
over here, well, I'll be over here earlier for some behind the scenes stuff. So we might get started
Maybe
earlier.
some new merch before the holidays. Is that what
Let's
we're talking
hope.
about?
Let's hope so.
Maybe some new merch before the holidays. I say it's about $1,000 to get their grinder with the MSRP burrs, the pour over stuff, and the kettle.
Yikes.
Wow. Okay, I had not clicked on the link that
Whoa.
far. Then holy God, $1,000.
Whoa.
It looks really neat though.
What did Uncle Ned do?
You just have to promise me that if you buy it, that I get invited over. That we just, I get to record some stuff for a podcast. So you invite me over. I'll drive to California. We'll make it happen. As long as you promise that. But yeah, we'll be back on again next week. It sounds like possibly with a rum, some other fun things.
You'll be on tomorrow,
as
I'm
usual.
assuming.
And I will be on tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern, doing some more Destiny things because they have their Halloween event going on right now. Hence, we're all
Spooky vision.
Spooky vision.
Yeah, that's right.
You are close by. It could happen. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it. You get that kind of grinder. We'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll be back on again tomorrow, but we will be back together next week, which will be super fun. We're going to pass the love on to another wonderful streamer that is, I think Lucky may have even heard of this person too. It's Havman.
Javman.
Hav? I think Havman. Javman 15.
Havman.
Oh, okay. There we go. He
Chill
is also
Confirmed.
doing some light blade. Yeah, he's part of Chill Confirmed. If you don't know him, you should probably drop him a follow as well. Looks like he's doing some helps. He is also doing light blade, but unfortunately, he was able to find some people to play with, unlike Lucky, who had to play by himself to try and get through all of the things. So that is super unfortunate. I think Jav is for
That's right. Coffee.
The Jav is for coffee. Exactly. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here, but thank you guys so much for another absolutely wonderful evening. Thank you again, Lucky, for the raid. Make sure you were following him. I put the links in chat just a little bit ago. Right click on those links and hit the follow button. And yeah, let's give Jav some follows as well. So we will see you guys all next week. And
Thank you,
I will see
everybody,
tomorrow.
for a great night. We'll see you soon.
Soon being Thursday. Good night.